yet to... Oh, that's fucking... I tried to go off of it.
Keep it.
I think that's our cold opener.
That's our opener.
Keep that shit. Okay, let's hear it. Let's hear what you got.
I think we're good. All right. Welcome to the yet-to-be-named podcast of
Son
the
of a
self-proclaimed North Shore Warriors. We are a group of young narcissists who believe people would like to hear us talk for a while. And we just lost Pascal. He hates it already.
We're all trying to keep it cool. We're like, oh no. We're all secretly dying.
There he is.
This is great. Keep rolling.
There he is.
Jeez, God, this keeps dropping at the most inopportune moments.
Did you stop recording?
No,
That's all right. That's all right. We're live.
We're live.
You know, we're live.
All right.
We're
Well,
live.
hello everybody. If Bauska keeps dropping out, it's because my internet connection sucks. So.
Yeah, we'll fix it in post. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Internet's
yeah.
always good in post.
Well,
All right, so
should we do some introductions?
to start with, let's just introduce ourselves and explain how we all know each other. I am Thomas, and I was the one who fucked up the intro. I know all these guys from
For
college.
the listeners at home, you can
We
call
call
him
him
Purple.
Perp.
He will
Perp.
always be known as Purple.
Yeah, they call me Purple.
Skirp. Purple people.
My name is Dylan.
All right.
Hi, Dylan.
And, I don't work well under pressure.
So tell
I
us
feel
about
like
yourself.
we're all
so well. Keep going. It's
we're
going
all
so well.
drinking. I
God,
feel like
you
this
really-
is an
you-
online
it's
Alcoholics
really- it's-
Anonymous.
Right? Yeah, we're all like,
Yeah, no, look,
Dylan.
it's really scary.
I'm Bauska.
It's really scary knowing that the four
I'm
people who are
Zach
going to listen to
Bauska.
this are listening right now.
I'm Zach Bauska. I'm not an alcoholic. I just really, really, really like beer.
Great.
I'm Aaron.
Attaboy.
It's often said it's spelled the girl way, but I'm more often known as Hamster anyway.
And I'm Mitch. I will be the one shrieking in hideous laughter about 80% of the time.
Love it.
I love it.
And we are
Nice.
we're all school buddies from the good old University of Minnesota Duluth.
Mm-hmm.
Most of us spent all of our time in the theater
beautiful
department
town of
there in the
Duluth,
dungeon,
Minnesota.
not getting any sunlight.
And we call ourselves
The
the North Shore Warriors.
The North
Warriors.
Shore
It's
Warriors.
gonna sound great. It's gonna sound great.
Oh God, it's so
It's gonna
clinical
sound
right
fantastic.
now.
Hold on. Can we actually take a quick?
Oh
Can
my
we-
god.
Could we take a quick edit out pause? I think this is gonna work a lot smoother actually if we get rid of the video. To be honest.
Probably because it will
Probably.
Well, yeah, then it won't
See.
drop.
Yeah.
or
So-
lag.
So
try
should
that.
we?
We gotta keep some of that though. That was fucking great.
Oh, I miss your
Oh no,
guys'
we'll keep it
faces
all
already.
until I'm like, let's pause.
It seems. Can we do
I can
another?
hear so much better now,
Whatever
though.
your dishwasher thing was.
Shaving a haircut. Yeah. Okay.
Wanna
Ready?
start over?
No, I just want to.
Da,
I want to
da,
see
da, da,
what,
da.
if it like
Oh.
killed the lag at all. You know,
Oh, I can already tell it did just based on how you're like
are you guys there?
responding
Yeah,
to me
it
and
sounds
stuff,
a lot
so.
better.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
So for more
Hamster's
listeners
here.
at home stuff, we are all
You could recognize me from that.
We all have our
This
signature.
is great. Now it
bro.
sounds like I'm listening to the podcast.
Here, I'm gonna turn this
For the-
Thomas
All right, where do we leave off, and then we'll get the
Well,
conversation
for the
going again.
two people listening to this podcast, just so you all know, we are all attempting to record this from 5 different locations.
All right, I'm just gonna keep going.
This is episode 1.
So-
yeah, let's fucking keep going. There's
Seven.
Yeah,
There's several
yeah. So we
thousand
are
miles
all
away.
school buddies from UMD. Yeah,
I assume.
and we are all disjointed.
About 1,000.
something like that.
1,000.
Oh, okay.
I'm 4,000.
I can't tell if you guys aren't
miles.
there, if I'm just falling short.
Yeah, no, it's a little bit of column A, a little
Thanks.
bit of column B. To be honest, when you talk, I kind of just tune it out.
Wow.
Okay, fuck you guys. Oh, you're the worst. I'm just gonna keep drinking heavily.
No, but yeah, so yeah, we're a bunch of college buddies, and we just decided
So,
to start doing
catch
this
up.
podcast here, just mainly as a way
What
to
you guys
keep
been
up
up to?
talk to each other.
We basically would just like spend unreasonable number of hours playing video games and be like, what we say is freaking funny, dude.
That's correct. That's correct.
And so here we are.
People need to hear this.
They need to know our
think they're so
opinions
funny.
on anything.
So what have you guys been up to?
Soon,
It's
What are we
actually
playing? What are we
it
doing?
actually
Yeah.
has been a little bit. I gave
No.
it to you a little bit yesterday, but I haven't not in the usual. How the fuck are you?
Hamster, why don't you start us off?
Yeah, hit us, Happy. What's been
good.
going on?
Yeah, great.
yeah.
'cause there's,
Wait, guys, ready? I've got this idea for this segment. Okay,
Uh-huh.
ready?
Okay, let's hear it.
All right.
Hamster, how was your week?
Ah, ooh.
Oh, I love it.
Glide
Oh
right
my
in.
God.
Right?
Okay,
Lovely.
I hate it. No, it's great. It's great.
Yeah.
God, fucking the least exciting, to be honest. That's a great way to start, isn't it? No. Fucking just working my job selling candy out of a bucket in the Broadway, theater.
The American Dream.
You sound like a fucking orphan from like 1910.
No, actually,
from
it's
Oliver.
Really it's funny because I'm working at this play that Kate Blanchett is in. And
Oh,
I
okay.
think I told a couple of you guys this, but I like walked in the stage door one time, and she's like, I walked into her like trying to throw this coffee in the garbage, and she had like dropped it, and she's kind of just like, oh no, oh god, and I'm kind of like, oh yeah, pardon me.
Hey,
And she's like, yes, it was all my
'cause-
fault, and I was like, okay, goodbye.
It
was
you know why
wow.
she was so upset? Because she let a street urchin know that she was human.
Actually, it's funny you say that because I've seen her like on the phone in the little alley, and I'm like, "Hey, I talk on the phone." That's great. Other than that, I'm just taking my class at UCB, and I'm in improv and sketch writing. Sketch writing's fucking bomb. Like in college, I didn't really write a lot. I just didn't really see myself doing that. But then when I tried it, I was like, "This is dope." So I'm
Yeah.
digging that,
Oh, well,
and
we'll put that to good use when we make our YouTube
Yeah.
channel, right, guys?
Ooh.
I'm down.
a little slow on the audition front, but I just looked up that Rent tour again that I'm going to go in for that I was called back for last year. So I got that coming up.
Attaboy.
Just kind
That's
of
awesome,
preparing
dude.
for that.
Sweet.
And that's kind of about it. Just working the grind, taking class, and trying to stay on top of my shit.
You guys want to know something kind of, I don't know. I actually used to do sketch comedy in high school, and we forgot the password to our YouTube account, so I can't get the videos off YouTube.
Do you not have the email that you can just,
No,
like,
nobody remembers. Like,
That you
there
can-
was like
Oh,
5
what
of
a
us.
shame.
And so, yeah, I won't. I'll tell you privately, so everybody's not looking up my horrible sketch comedy from high school. If they listen to this, but it is so bad. We had like a whole one video had like 100,000 views, and we were like, "What?"
No
it was
way.
stupid. Yeah,
I think you showed me one. What's the name of the YouTube channel for our 4
I'll tell
listeners?
you in the chat. I'm not adding this. I'm not putting this on the podcast so everybody can look me up and be horribly disappointed in my acting skills.
You mean all 4
Yeah,
people?
Actually, I remember a video that you showed me once. You were like talking about your video game habit.
Yeah,
Oh yes,
Life of
that
a
video's
gaming addict.
awesome.
Oh shit.
Which is like
well,
what we're here to talk about, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, it was bad. I pretended to be from the Bronx, even though I'm from a farm town of 3,000. Like, it's bad. So
Hey,
if anybody's listening from the
that bar is
Bronx,
pretty shady, all right?
Don't look it up.
We'll edit it out. We'll edit it out.
Okay, we'll do it.
What was? Oh yeah. Okay. So happy that was your
dude,
week.
That was about it, man.
Pretty much. Talked to Kate Blanchett a couple times. Pretty average.
It's classic.
I most technically did, yes.
All right, I'm back. I don't know why this keeps dropping, but oh well.
Damn.
Well,
Anyways.
wait, they have to think that we're all in the same room. You know, you can't break it.
Yeah, Purple. What
So okay. So
What
What'd
it do, dude?
what it do this week?
this week, I actually had a pretty sweet week. I went to the Game of Thrones.
how was
con
that?
At the
that's
XL
sweet.
on
I saw a
Monday.
post about that.
Wow, something.
Yeah, it was so
interesting.
cool. it was like their first show too, which was like really fun because like so everybody was just like super hyped to be doing it, and it was just like they just had like this really cool stage in the arena. They had these like massive like video boards up on the wall that would just like show clips from the show. Honestly, like the first act kind of felt like just like a clip show with like the score underneath, you know. So you'd have like they started, of course, with like the theme song or like the intro credits, and then they just showed the intro credits.
blew the
But of
load
course, it
that
was
early?
live, so it was really fucking badass. And then like so yeah, and then like they did like a house medley. So they did like all this like themes of the houses. They had like some girl go out there and sing the Reigns of Castamere.
Nice.
And then intermission happened, and I took a piss.
Wow,
Yeah,
how was that?
tell
right.
us
That was the
about
best
that.
part. No, it was really great.
Nice.
No, and then we came back, and the second act was like mostly stuff from season 6. So it was like really, really like. I mean, I think season 6 has the best music for sure.
I've actually
Um,
only seen up to like season 4, so I have no idea. But
Oh shit!
yeah,
Okay,
spoilers.
well,
Don't spoil it for me.
I was about to. I
This
was about
show's
to
been
say
out
some
for so
spoilers.
many years. Don't spoil it for me.
Yeah.
This is
Uh,
Minnesota Orchestra. Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, it was with the Minnesota Orchestra. They had like 4 musicians like playing along as well. It was just so cool. Like especially like some of the battle scenes. Like I guess since Bauska isn't caught up, I'll just say like the battle of season 6. They basically just showed the entire battle and just played the score under it because you know that whole score is just like or that battle is like scored almost the entire time, and it's just so cool because like the famous slow mo horse shot.
Oh, yep.
You know, yeah, it was just so cool. Just like the whole orchestra just cut out. You've got like 4 guys in the middle of the stage with these massive drums, just like banging on the drums. Like it was so
That's
so
sweet.
cool.
Sounds radical.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, that was a good time. Yeah, and then like I didn't do shit for the next
Hell
couple
yeah.
days. And on Friday though, I went to the Uptown in Uptown for the first time.
The
So
Uptown
Talk to me about
and-
that. I actually don't know much about that.
I don't either.
It's like
Actually,
a
I've never even
so
heard
the
of it.
Uptown. Yeah, I guess it's technically a chain of bars because there's like one in Kansas City, there's one in Des Moines.
Des
it
Moines,
just opened up
the
here a couple
party
months
capital
ago.
of the U.S.
Yeah, the Midwestern
Des Moines,
Mecca.
Iowa.
Yeah.
Is it like a Dave and Buster's but like with arcade games? Or like
No, it's not like a day because no, it's like I mean if all their machines are like retro machines.
Oh, sweet.
So it's all like
Oh.
yeah, so it's all like old arcade
Oh,
machines from like
nice.
the 80s and 90s. Everything is one play is like one token play.
Oh,
So
that's
you
sweet.
you know you get a token for or
Ooh.
4 tokens for $1. Yeah, and so they've just got like sections. So it's like here's all your fighting games, over here's all your Nintendo games. They've got like an N64 with Mario Kart always playing, or like Super Smash Bros.
Sweet.
Badass.
They've got like yeah, on like all the TVs, or there's not like a game or something going on, they'll be like playing 90s movies or like wrestling. So like while I was there, they were playing like the Karate Kid and Independence Day and The Mask.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
I
yeah,
love
yeah.
the mask.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah.
this place sounds like
And they
heaven.
just got a big old bar in the middle. It was fantastic. I had so much fun. And they've also got this really cool game that I didn't get to play because I couldn't find enough teammates, but it's called Killer Queen. It's actually a new cabinet. It was made like, I don't know, I want to say 2 years ago or something. And there's only like 15 of them in the nation. And it's like a action platformer, and it's 5-on-5. So you just
Dang.
it looked
That's
really really
sweet.
cool.
It's actually funny you,
And I've
you
heard
brought
nothing
that
but
up
good things.
because when you mentioned that, I had just gone to this other barcade out here, actually called Barcade, which I never get into. It sure as hell wasn't fucking one coin plays though, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, you're gonna call bullshit on this, but I actually was just at a bar in North Carolina, and they had a bunch of cabinets, and they had like the original Mortal Kombat 2.
Oh, sweet.
And so
Sick.
Yeah.
it was like 50 cents a play though, and I mean like we're already pretty liquored up. So I played my friend and I whooped his ass as I wanted to be Raiden because Raiden's always my go-to on Mortal Kombat, but then he picked Raiden, and then I was like, okay, how to like what other? And then all of a sudden I was Sub-Zero, but I whooped his ass,
Hey.
and then like
Hey.
after that I got put up against AI Baraka, and Baraka just rocked me. So
Baraka the Raka.
Baraka Obama, yeah.
Barack Obama.
Barack Obama.
Little known, he actually got his political career. He started in Mortal Kombat 2.
That's awesome. Is there anything else after Updown?
Yeah.
Perp?
Oh, well, I saw Josiah for like the first time in forever.
Nice. Another one of our buddies from college in the theater.
From college, yeah. I hadn't seen him in like a couple months. He just like texted me out of the blue, and he lives like 3 blocks away, so he just like walked over.
Oh, nice.
That was really nice. And then yesterday I just like hung out, and I went to Sociable Ciderworks for a little bit, and then played some Battlefield with Dylon and you, Hampy, for a little bit.
In there for a little bit, yeah. I'm glad you got that. It's freaking dope. We'll talk about that a little bit.
Me too. I'm really enjoying it right now.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
All right.
Mitchie, you want to go next?
Yeah. Oh, I had.
What'd you do this week, Mitch?
Yeah, Mitch,
Okay.
tell us.
Okay, I got a little bone to pick here. Okay.
All right.
I watched
Mitch.
the entire American Horror Story Roanoke in like the past 2 days.
Is that out already?
Oh, it's done. They're starting on the next one.
Oh God, I thought that Hotel just came out.
Yeah, but Ryan Murphy's cranking these out, and
Okay.
So tell the one that Lady Gaga's in?
yes,
Yeah.
Lady Gaga is in like 2 episodes. My biggest problem that I had with American Horror Story was it tried to spoof the horror genre itself, and ended up just kind of being there were just so many scenes of the director just jerking it to themselves, just being like. It tries to be meta and say that its own show went, there's like a title sequence where it's like, we beat The Walking Dead and Empire's ratings. We're the best show on television.
That show was so good. Murder House was very good. I loved the Asylum. I loved Asylum. And then Coven was the third. Yes. Coven was alright, started going downhill, and then when I watched Freak Show, every episode was just a circle jerk of Jessica Lange singing, and I was like, I can't do this.
Oh my God, yeah, I watched enough.
I fell off so hard, and then I was like, okay, well, I'll try Hotel. Hotel, first episode, Schmidt from New Girl, Max Greenfield, I think. He gets screwed by like a screw dildo dude up the butt, and I was like, what the hell is going on here? Like, they just lost touch with their roots so fast.
And Roanoke,
one of those segments that makes you question your life choices.
Yeah, me too. And then I was just like, I need to go shower.
A really weird episode of New Girl, man.
5 of New Girl.
I think the biggest problem with Roanoke is that they go for like this gore factor, and there are some episodes near the end of the season that are devoid of plot and are just, how can we torture these people?
Yeah.
What are different ways to torture people?
Come
and
on.
It just gets, I've never been bored and disgusted at the same time, but it achieved it.
I was just talking to my girlfriend Anna about this earlier today, how Hollywood is just all they can do is remakes at this point. Like I was talking to my one of my high school buddies. I was like, did you hear that they're redoing the Ocean's movies again, like with an entirely woman cast? Yeah, they're doing it with
I did hear that.
entirely
That's
woman
right.
cast, just like they did with Ghostbusters. And I was like why is it always reboots now, like RoboCop, Ghostbusters, all this other stuff, and then on top of that, it's like all their TV is just like one-off sitcoms that they can like flip and make a quick buck on, and then on top of that with superhero movies, I'm just so done. I miss anything original.
An appropriate conversation to have on Oscar.
No kidding. Well, I heard Oscars this year just completely political, so I don't even want to touch that with a 10-foot pole. Like,
yeah, they mentioned, I watched like the first hour and a half before we started recording, and Kim had mentioned Trump at least maybe twice, but indirectly, like, about just like the political climate. Brought it up like 30 times.
You know what? Like actors and actresses, the whole point of the Oscars is to celebrate like people in film, and it's
And to like make you feel like you're a part of the glitz and glamour
and it's like,
for a little
these
bit.
guys, like, they didn't get famous for their political opinions, so why are you preaching to us right now? I mean, I get that you're in a stance of, like, power right now to be able to tell everybody in the world, but it's...
Well, and there's like a place for that. It's like place for that. And I mean, like, and people... Like, everybody's entitled to have their opinion, and everybody's entitled to share their opinion,
when
but
it's
it's
the
like,
same
you know...
dribble every single time, it's like, I'd rather hear somebody, like, thank their mother and whatever for a speech instead of being like, this is a really important
and I'm just
issue
like,
that's happening in Tanzania right now, and or whatever, you know. And
I just wanted to take, like, maybe, like, 30 seconds without, like, hearing about some of the horrible things that Trump is doing, or, like... Yeah.
It's so bad.
Because it's like everything right now, which is okay. Even we're talking about it.
I know,
indirectly.
and it's just him winning.
This is a video game
like,
podcast.
God damn.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah, so your TV
I will go
viewing.
back and I'll say, don't you dare,
Yeah, so Mitch,
don't you dare shit on TV.
Sorry.
let's see.
Sorry.
How did your week?
Let's see. I've been working. I've been working lately. Hanging out with actually, another important thing. LJ and I, my girlfriend, are now engaged.
No way!
No
Yeah.
fucking way.
Congratulations!
Yeah.
Wow,
That's
Holy
awesome.
shit.
That's very exciting.
I'm just
that's
freaking hearing this.
extremely
Yeah.
exciting. Congratulations!
Oh my
Thank you.
god.
Man. Did anybody
Oh,
else know about this?
Mitch.
No,
No, you guys are the first ones.
No.
I told.
Hey,
This is the reveal.
Holy
I
shit.
saved it for podcast now.
Oh, you dog!
Dude.
I should have proposed to her on this
When did that
podcast,
happen?
you know, for the world to hear.
One question at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh my
give us
God.
the play-by-play. How did this unravel?
So here's the thing: is that LJ and I are like pretty much the most casual people in the world, and we were hanging out a couple days ago when we had a warm front, and we went to Anger Tower, which was like the place we went for our first date, and we neither of us had like rings or any preparation. We were up there and we're like, you want to get married? And she's like, yeah, sounds good. And we're like, cool. That was literally the
Casual
conversation.
ever.
Like, knowing you, I like know it was like as romantic as it should have been. Like, it was your type of romantic.
Yep, it was.
Yeah.
All right, then, Mitch.
It was just amount, and then we were like, "Cool, you want to get McDonald's?" And he's like, "Yeah."
You know what's funny? My dad's.
All right, Mitch, what's the
my
day of
dad's
the date?
engagement-
Come on.
My dad's engagement to my mom. They were at Ground Round, just getting dinner, and the way my dad popped the question was, "So you want to do this thing?"
See, that's my kind of man. That's
And,
perfect.
and thus I
from
was,
like the hour that I spent
born.
with your dad. Yeah.
Yes, he was conceived.
Well, Mitch, you know what you have to do now? You have to announce your engagement at Eric's wedding.
Oh, that's
It's
right.
the only appropriate thing to do.
You gotta steal his thunder.
Or even better yet,
Just steal his thunder, yeah.
just don't tell anybody and then re-engage at the wedding.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then they'll all wonder why we're all dying laughing.
the entire
Just like
groom's
6
party
guys in the
just
corner
pissing
just
themselves
bawling.
laughing.
yeah.
Oh, I love it.
But yeah,
Plan
that was
2.5
pretty
months
much
in the making.
pretty much everything in my week.
Wow,
I did
that's
play a lot of
exciting.
Okay, so
I did
Mitch
play a lot of
wins.
games, but we'll get to that in this segment.
So
Yeah.
Mitch wins. Dylan.
Mitch wins the...
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't top that. I worked.
Have fun following that up.
Yeah. Wow. That was awesome, Mitch. Congratulations, dude.
Yeah,
Seriously,
thanks,
super
thanks.
pumped for you.
Happy, how's your lonely life? Because mine's doing great.
Dylan's week.
I started my new job this past week.
That's right.
Oh,
So
where are
that's
you working?
exciting. It's called, God, I don't want to tell you guys the name of it because
Is it the
it's
Bent
called
Wrench?
Saks Sports Bar.
Sax?
Is it spelled
It's spelled
S-A-C-K-S?
S-A-K apostrophe S.
Oh, that.
Oh, fuck that.
Dylan works at
They had to
Saks.
save themselves somehow.
Is the banner like a giant ball sack?
Dylan's working at Saks.
No, they actually don't have an image. They don't have an image or anything. It's literally just the name.
Jesus.
It's Times New
Well, you can
Roman
fix that,
font.
Dylan.
It's printed out in the banner.
It's pretty.
It's
Dylan's
Comic
got
Sans
another
font.
long night working the sax.
Oh my god.
No, but I'm really liking it. The people are all really cool. My manager is kind of a no bullshit kind of lady, so
Good.
that's good. Yeah, I'm serving full time. Like, and by full time I mean all my shifts are server shifts, and not like I'm not doing any more fucking hosting.
Oh, isn't hosting the worst?
Thank God.
Done with that. I am done hosting.
Well, you're gonna have to start learning about sports then, Dylan.
Not really. You'd be surprised how little it has to do with sports. The only reason it's called
Well,
the
believe
sports
me, if it
bar,
were up to me, this show would have a sports corner.
Sports corner.
the only reason it's called a sports bar is because it's called it's located right by the Vadnais Heights Sports Center.
Oh.
Oh.
Literally,
It's
like
a
Oh, okay.
locational thing. I see.
a stone's
I think I
throw
played some
away.
ultimate frisbee up there once.
I think I drove through once. I don't know. Like,
Yeah, right there, up there on
jeez,
35.
up on
Oh, yeah.
35 there.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, 35 Brian County Road.
Yeah, up
Yep.
there on
Oh, yeah, a bunch of
35.
construction going on there now. About
Oh
15
gosh,
years.
you know,
Yeah, I
there's
think
two
there's a-
seasons in Minnesota: winter and road construction.
Oh.
Yeah, I think there's a parking ride there that's for the state fair.
There is. Yep.
Oh god,
Actually,
we are
you know.
walking stereotypes.
It's great. I think we're all sitting right now, but
Pacing. I gotta get my step
we'll
count.
we'll edit it out.
Bowsling's got a
Yeah.
standing desk.
Just
All
step
right,
in
so Dylan,
place.
Tell us more about the sex.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's pretty. Like I said, people are cool. Managers are cool. It's really close to my house, so I don't have to drive 20 minutes like I had to do for my last job. 20, 25 minutes. Literally, it would take me the same amount of time to bike to this place as it does to drive to the other place.
Damn.
That's really nice. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention I started looking at places in Northeast, and
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
with Lauren
Oh, cool.
and Connor, and we found we did a house walkthrough yesterday of this really really great place, and we put in our application. Haven't heard anything back from it. I think it might scare landlords because like my income is all tip based. So when I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
I make like 2.5 grand a month on my like income report, but my paychecks say like $200.
Right.
Swear to God, I make more money. Swear to God, I could pay the rent. It's all blood money.
Right now, are you in my old room by yourself? Did Vanessa get out of there?
No, I'm at my parents' right now because my brother's got the microphone.
Oh, that's right.
That I'm using.
I
Yeah.
just freaking missed that room, dude. It was so big and it had the bathroom in there and shit. Kind of like the house at the Glen 12, our old college house that son was lived in. That room I stayed in for the summer when Dylan was there, and it had the bathroom in the freaking. I was like, I don't even have to leave.
I don't
Right?
think you ever did.
That's how I feel too.
Yeah. It wasn't a state of mind. It was like a state of being.
All of a sudden, he just graduated.
He's
and
still
he
there.
vanished, and we never saw him again.
Some say he's still walking around
Some say.
that old place.
All right, sorry,
Just
Dylan.
me.
Okay.
If you're,
So you're finally
Oh,
serving,
yeah.
thank God.
can we
Can
we rename this segment Dylan's Sax Corner
Yeah.
or Dylan's Sax Stories? or What'd You Do This Week, presented by Sax.
Ooh.
I probably could get him to sponsor it.
Presented by Dylan
Yeah,
Sax.
tell them to buy you a new microphone. That'll be their sponsor.
Yeah, Jesus.
Tell him I want $300 a week.
No.
Okay, tell him I
I'm not
want
even
free
getting
beer during
$300
Wild
a week.
Games.
You're not getting $300 a week. Fuck you.
Fuck
Fuck
you.
you.
But yeah, just that and just gaming, hanging out. Nothing
Yeah,
much.
dude. Well, you
Watched-
just finished
wa-
the show you were in. You were busy with that for a while, yeah?
Oh yeah, I finished Pippin a couple weeks ago. That was super fun. Really enjoyed that. Got to play leading player, which is a role I won't play again for a long time because I'm not black.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, only in Minnesota I dare you
Oh,
to
yeah.
play
Oh, yeah.
something like
Pippin.
that.
But no, it was a super good challenge. I really enjoyed. The rest of the cast was all really cool. The director I've worked with a couple of times, and I trust him with my freaking life. Yeah, it was super fun to do. And now nothing's in the hopper right now, auditioning, but nothing
Yeah.
yet.
Cool.
Did anybody try to sign up for the Park Square Generals?
I tried and then couldn't get in because it was
The
full.
yeah. It filled up in like
Yeah.
2 hours
Yeah.
of
Crazy.
going up,
What
I
was
think. Insanity. The Park Square Generals?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They filled up like I was like, I'm gonna
They
sign up
keep
for
trying
that,
to
and then it
email
filled
me
up.
about it, and I'm like, dude.
Ooh,
Oh,
Mr.
no,
Big
no,
Shot
no,
New Yorker
no,
over
no,
here.
It's that.
We really wanted
awesome.
the hamster.
It's that I'm so small that they're like haven't noticed that I left.
Yeah, but you're the Aaron Miller. Like,
Oh, fuck
people
you.
take pictures with you on the street.
Okay, yeah. For
That's very true.
I guess the 2 people listening. It came up in my Facebook memories today. I'll never freaking forget this day. I am so tired. And I'm walking into the green room at school, and Bauska is just out of the blue, like, is that Aaron Miller? And I'm kind of like, what? Yeah, Bauska, what are you talking? And he's kind of like, hey, will you take my picture? Will you take my picture? And you can just see on my face, I'm like, just dying. I mean, I'm smiling, but you're just freaking pointing at me, and you look like a freaking schoolgirl, like giddy as
The best part is people from my hometown thought I actually met someone famous, and so they're like, all these people are liking this picture, and they're like, oh my god, cool, and I'm like, this is like just one of my buddies, like I'm just fucking with him, and I had people texting me that day, and they're like, hey, I tried looking this guy up online, like, who is it? And I was like, just one of my friends from down the street.
That's all. Yeah, it says that was 3 years ago now. I can't freaking believe it. No, I woke up. And
That
saw
is like
and
the
I
most
laughed,
Chatfield
and
story I've ever heard.
That was awesome.
Speaking of Bauska, how
Oh,
was
that's
how
nice.
was your week?
Sick segue, bro.
I tried.
Sorry, I fell out for a second.
Oh god damn it!
Yeah.
So you missed it. Bauska, how was your week?
Oh man, I'm gonna bring the bummer down on you guys. So
Oh god, we saved this for last.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is about Dex. I'm gonna just leave the room.
it is actually. Okay, so Ann and I.
It's that bad.
Oh
He
no!
just got kicked again.
The comedic timing of these drops is perfect.
It's gonna be a part of the show. You know,
I was on the edge
it's
of my
that
seat,
important.
man.
Dramatic
Sorry.
suspense.
Dramatic pause. Okay, sorry. I don't know why I keep dropping out here. Okay, so Ann and I actually we just got back from a trip to North Carolina. We were out there seeing our old roommates, or one of them and her boyfriend. And so, like 2 days in, we got a call from my parents, and my mom was like, "Hey, is Dexter walking funny?" And I was like, he kind of took a tumble when I was at home last, but like just normal, like dogs being dogs and falling and shit.
Always a nice test
Yeah,
to get
I
on
know,
vacation.
right? And I was freaking out, and I was like, well, okay, maybe he pulled his muscle or something. And so, he just started like walking around like he was drunk and like running into stuff, and his back legs just didn't have any power at all. He couldn't even like crawl up on the couch. So my parents got him into the vet in Chatfield like early Monday. So almost a week ago now. And they it turns out he has like this thing called wobbler syndrome, which is
Oh, no.
it's like his spine is the discs in his spine are compressing on his spinal cord, and so it's like slight paralysis. It could lead to full paralysis, but in his back legs. But thankfully, we got him on steroids right away, and they said that there was like a slight. They took a blood test, and they were like there was a slight tick-borne illness that was in the blood sample or something, like a slight positive, which is weird because I mean we haven't vaccinated for Lyme's, but there's so many others, and they were like, normally we wouldn't even bother treating for this or anything. So, but just because he's got this other thing going on, they don't want the bacteria to spread and like really complicate stuff. So he's been on antibiotics and steroids for the past week. The antibiotics, he like just is really lethargic and he doesn't want to eat anything. So for the first like 3 days, he didn't eat like anything.
No.
He lost a shit ton of weight, which sucks. This is for everybody listening. This is my girlfriend and mine, German Shepherd. He's like 3 years old, so he's still a pup. But anyways, he's doing a lot better now. He's eating a lot. He's moving around more. He's supposed to be bedridden for like a month, basically, and he's still got like a drunken sway to him. He still runs into the wall, which is kind of like heartbreakingly funny. But
Get your dog fucked up.
he's like a fucking like, yeah, give me 3 more shots, man. I can keep going. Puke and rally.
He's German. He's
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's just
Yeah.
getting ready for
Look, man,
Oktoberfest, right?
If there's any dog that I know that will just bounce back like none other, it's that fucking dog.
He's a champ. So,
Yeah, he
it
is.
sucks because he has to be like at least he's drinking water. Like he drinks a shit ton of water, which is good, but he's still super dehydrated. Like the other day, he was laying on the couch and like his face was against a pillow and kind of like pushed up, like smushed up. And we were like, all right, Dex, you want to get something to eat? And he lifted his head up, but his cheek stayed like that, like lifted straight up. So he looked like, like Two-Face or something. And I was like,
Yeah.
holy shit, Anna, is he like stroking out right now or something? And like we were freaking out. And then I like pushed his face down. He looked fine. Like, he got up and walked around. I was like, wait a second. And I pinched his skin and like, the tenting test. Like if you pinch the skin and it stays up like that, that means you're severely dehydrated. So yeah,
no.
like I pinched his skin and it just stayed like in pinch form, and I was like, he's just really dehydrated, which sucks. But I mean, like he can't do anything. He's drinking constantly. I have to let him out to go to the bathroom every hour, but he's doing it. He's doing a lot better. He's recovering very well. So hopefully,
That's good to hear.
hopefully he makes a full recovery. So that's my sad news of the day. But otherwise, for everybody at home, I just graduated in December, I guess. So
Awesome.
I'm what I call fun employed.
Hell
Yeah, except I mean I've got like $47 right now to my name, and so
Cool.
so I got to get a job somewhere. I'm thinking I'm gonna apply to. I actually, for anybody that doesn't know, I graduated with a mechanical engineering degree with a minor in theater, so I got to get a big boy job here soon.
And now he's recording a podcast.
What?
I said now he's Wow. Now he's recording a podcast.
Yeah, I know. I can't figure out what the fuck I want to do with my life. So, I'll probably just pick up a job at like Menards or Fleet Farm until I get a big boy job that pulls through. Those applications take like months and months and months. So,
Right.
Damn.
but yeah, other than
Be
that,
a merchant marine up there.
right? They make a bunch of money, butt ton.
But you got the big wax seal though, man. You got the piece of paper. You're good to go.
Did you see my Instagram
Yeah.
picture? It was like my my diploma. And I was like, it's official. # drunk purchase. Worst drunk purchase in
I
the
did
history.
it, but that's fucking awesome.
Oh god.
That's fantastic.
I'm looking it
Yeah.
up right now.
Yeah. So that's what's been going on with me. That's everybody, right? Should we move into beer corner?
Yeah.
Beer corner.
Yeah, before we move into beer corner,
Beer corner.
do you guys want to take a quick five?
We can.
Yeah, we can take a quick five.
All right.
Yeah.
I think
Just a quick.
we can take as many
All
fives
right.
as you
We're
want.
going to take a quick five. We'll be right back
Be
with
right
beer
back.
corner.
Mm.
No, yeah, don't stop
No.
recording. We'll edit it out.
All right. Sounds good.
I just
Fix
need
it
to
in
get a
post.
glass of water, maybe use the bathroom.
All right.
Yeah,
Sounds
Be right
good.
back.
for a little bit, didn't we?
Oh, I might need to grab another beer. I like drank my whole one.
Yeah, I'm working on that moonshine now.
I should have bought a second one. I only have this one.
You just got a 40 of Coors Banquet.
I did. Dude, normally I'm like set for the night on that. I'm telling you.
No, I forget that it's a 40, but oh god, would that put you back 320?
Dude, out here it's like $1.50.
Oh, nice.
I don't know what it is. Like all my monsters that I used to like buy all the time in Minnesota, out here they're like $2. Normally they're like almost $4.
What? I
Yeah.
thought New York is supposed to be super expensive.
Well, it is for like cigarettes and living, but
Oh, of course, the two essentials.
energy drinks and beer, like man, I guess they're just real cheap.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh god, Anna, I was like, I told her I was craving some beer last night, and she was like, okay, well, if you want to go get some, that's fine. And I was like, fuck, I don't have any money, and I've been mooching off her real bad. So I was like, honey, I only have $12, and she's like, go upstairs in my jar, and went upstairs, and I got like $10 more, and I was like, all right, what do you want a case of, McGolden? And she was like, well, I really want a cider. And I was like, oh, God. All right. I was just craving, like, beer. I don't know. I can only go a few days without beer. I think I might be... whatever. It's not a problem till you admit it.
That's another segment.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so I went out and got Angry Orchard, and I've been trying to make these last as long as possible. So naturally, I drank 6 of the 12-pack in 2 days. So
Yeah, you know who I also know had a kind of a auxiliary jar of money is my mom.
oh, how'd you find that out, Hampy?
No, honestly, the way I've been like fucking spending money so shittily that how I've been saving money is like literally hiding it for myself. Like, in this box
Do it when you're
like-
drunk.
by like my magic cards. And I'm just like,
Oh,
I'm just
yeah,
gonna
there
throw
you go.
some of these cash tips in here so that I literally forget about it.
I really want to get into Magic, but I feel like it's going to be a huge money pit, and I'm already broke as fuck.
Yeah, if you're
I
broke.
think
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of one of those things where like if you're playing casually, you can get away with like the one-time purchase, but if you really start, it can totally get you addicted. It got me freaking hard.
Well, I remember walking into the Glen 12, and you guys had downstairs that pool table that was just covered.
We had multiple tables that were just literally a pile of my cards, and me and like Dan Marta's cards. Just
Yeah,
like,
you
yeah,
guys.
that was- yeah, that
well,
was
it was
before
all
I even
organized
moved in
and shit. And I walked down and I was like, "Are you running like an illegal gambling ring down here or something?"
I sold most of the valuable stuff in that collection for like $1,500, and that's probably less than a third of what I spent on them. So that tells you the pit that you can get into.
ooh.
I remember Ryan Fargo telling me that he sold off his collection and he was able to pay for all of his living expenses for an entire year at college.
Yeah, my high
Jesus.
school girlfriend's dad got into the game. He was like even older than us now when it first started, so he was in on like the first cards. And eventually, years later, when like he's had my ex-girlfriend and everything, like he was much older, he sold his collection to pay for the mortgage on his house.
That's insane.
Yeah.
See,
Fuck.
I've got a
Fucking
shit
Christ.
ton of really good Yu-Gi-Oh cards, so I'm hoping
Some
that
of
pulls
those,
through.
actually, some of those have gained value. I sold some of those a few years back too.
Okay, get this.
I've got.
Oh, sorry. Go, Peter.
Oh,
You said that
I'm
so
back.
like.
Well, I was
so
gonna say-
defeated.
I know. I was excited.
Um,
Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say I've got 3 Charizards, one of
Oh,
which is
shit.
holographic,
Like first
and I looked
edition?
up the price.
Damn.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, that's like
Um,
$400.
I never even had one. Like
It's
that's all
like
I
50
wanted as a
bucks.
kid. That's all anyone ever fucking wanted.
I remember I had a holographic
I know.
Venusaur, and my little sister put it in her pants pocket, and my mom ran it through the wash.
No.
Yeah, my sister's
Fuck
a
that.
fucking bitch. She always.
See,
She
my
always
mom
stole my shit.
my mom opened our packs. She saw we got 3 of them. She knew my brother and I would fight over them, so she like framed them for us and gave it to us for Christmas one
Nice.
year.
Charizards?
Yeah,
Oh,
That's
dang,
sweet.
that's a good idea. That kind of reminds me of the Christmas. I think I've told at least maybe Dylan this, but fucking when I finally got my Xbox 360, I hadn't had a console
Yeah.
until the N64, and my mom, she was like, put anything you want on your Christmas list, and I was like, I know you're not gonna get this. She's like, put it on there. Who gives a shit? She didn't say that, but she was like, who gives a shit? Like, just put it on there. So I put Xbox 360, and she got me a freaking controller. Just a separate controller. And I opened it, and I was trying really hard to be like, "Oh, thank you, Mom." She's like, I figure, you can get the rest of it yourself later. And I was like, "Oh, thank you so much for this paperweight."
that is incredible.
And I was like trying really hard not to be like look disappointed. And then and after all of them were open, she was like, "Wait, there's one more." And I was like, "No fucking way!" And no fucking way. Came out with the Xbox 360. It was the best Christmas ever. Oh my god.
My
Granny
mom,
was thinking about it.
I remember my mom, I told her I wanted an Xbox 360, and she went to the Walmart midnight release of that,
Oh, dang.
and she managed to get one of them because they only had like 20 of them or something. And she managed to get one, but that was like in September, November. So she told me she got it, and I had to sit and wait.
She told you?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and she didn't
evil.
tell me. She didn't tell me where it was.
Yeah.
Like she had it somewhere hidden in the house, and I looked everywhere because we have a jacuzzi at our house, and it's got like this little under hatch thing where you could like to access the lines or something. And when I got my first console was the GameCube, and I remember that Christmas I was looking for presents everywhere, and I looked under in that hatch, and that GameCube was sitting in there, and I would go every day and just like pull it out and stare at it in the package
admire it.
and just look at all the games on the back, and I'm like, oh my god, oh this looks so sweet, oh god, ugh, memories.
It's actually funny talking about the
Nice.
360 and my high school girlfriend's dad. No, I had.
You're
my
right, we
first-
were talking about that.
my my 360 finally red ringed right when I got to UMD,
Oh
and
no.
we were
Oh,
still
yeah.
super tight. Like she had broken up with me, but like we both played Magic and played Xbox. Like we were both tight, me and her dad. And he,
Oh, her dad.
and so he
Oh,
was
gotcha.
messaging me on Magic the Gathering Online, on which we were friends. And he was just like, hey, what'd it do? My, daughter's ex-boyfriend. And I was like, oh, it's shitty. My Xbox just red ringed. And he mailed me one of his. He had like two of them. And he mailed
man.
me an Xbox 360. It was freaking
That's
Whoa.
solid. He probably wanted
No
to fuck
fucking
you.
way.
Yeah.
He probably
Well,
wanted
my
a
girlfriend
son-in-law.
didn't. She was
Fuck
trying
the
to be
dad.
super Christian. But-
Well, I mean, that makes
Wait,
sense
which
that
girlfriend
he
is
would
this?
want to fuck you then. Was he a priest?
No, it's never mind.
what?
I said, was he a priest?
I was wondering if
You don't know
Sorry.
her name is Sydney.
I was wondering if it was someone that we knew.
I'm Catholic,
then
so
I
I can make
said
those
That
jokes.
was torture.
Well, should we do this thing, guys?
Well, are we
Yeah,
all
let's
back?
go back. Let's
Okay,
get back
I
into
think I
it.
just recorded all of that.
That was
Think
good
about
shit. We
that.
could
No,
put
it's
that
okay.
in
You should've- you
somehow.
should've-
Yeah, let's just put that in as a break.
Keep it in. Keep it in.
Yeah. Keep it in.
All right.
All right. Well,
Keep it
we
in the
are
sack,
all
sound
back.
off.
Keep it in the sack. Yeah. So we are all
Yeah, we're back.
Yeah.
we are all back now, and it is time for Beer
Beer
Corner.
Corner!
Bowski, you want to explain Beer Corner?
Yeah. What are we all drinking today? I'm so during this podcast, I am drinking it's called an Angry Orchard Sinful Apple, and sinful is spelled like cinnamon, which is it's a pun that I enjoy.
That's worse
I
than
hope
working
it-
at Saks.
So I'm feeling pretty sinful while I'm drinking this, but it's okay.
God.
It's the devil's piss, but it's good.
Nice.
It's good. It kind of actually. I don't know if anybody ever had the Woodchuck Fall Harvest cider, but it's like almost identical to that, which is really awesome because this year they didn't release the Woodchuck Fall Harvest cider in our area, and I looked everywhere for it because I had it at the Renaissance Festival last year. And it's like my favorite. It's really, when I say it's spicy, I mean like nutmeg and cinnamon and stuff. So it's really like apple pie, which I also happen to be drinking. My homemade apple pie moonshine that I made with
Two fisting over there.
190 proof Everclear. So
Jesus.
yeah, it's got some kick to
Attaboy.
it. But
Shit's not even legal in this state.
yeah, that's true. Actually, I had to get it in Wisconsin, right over the pond.
Lawbreaker Bowska.
I know, fucking Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah, fucking booze runner.
Yeah. But anyway, that's what I'm drinking. Dylan, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking a good old Grain Belt Northeast.
Ooh, repping the
Nice.
North. All right.
Minnesota
The
classic.
Northeast Minnesota Classic, man. I can't tell you much about it. Not necessarily a beer connoisseur, but I can tell you it's damn good.
It's a
That's all
good.
you need.
Man.
That's
It's
all you
the
need.
friendly beer. Oh. What you drinking, Mitchie?
I've got the Spotted Cow. The New Glar is good.
So jealous.
Spotted Cow.
If anybody listening
So
has
jealous.
never had spotted cow before and you're of illegal age, legal age, man, yikes! I highly recommend getting one.
It's the best.
One of
And
my
if-
favorite beers.
you also have to live in or around Wisconsin.
Yeah, that's
Allegedly
true.
live in Wisconsin.
Yeah, sorry. If you know somebody that lives in Wisconsin,
Yeah.
get them to ship it to you. It
No, I'm
is-
telling you.
Yeah, and then tell them to
I was
move.
telling these guys before we started, I was at the Super Bowl party with a gal from Wisconsin, and I swear they had somebody illegally selling spotted cow in West Harlem in New York.
Yeah, that's some black market
It is.
shit.
Yeah.
You don't know what's in there.
I wanna find
Somebody in the cities was selling it at their bar, and they got like a huge court. Like there was a whole court case.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that.
You sold it
Yeah.
at the bar.
They're not. Yeah, they don't just.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's their own fault.
they will
Most
not
publicly,
distribute outside of
yeah.
Wisconsin.
What are you drinking, Perp?
Tonight I'm just having a nice tall glass of water.
Ooh.
I'm still
Right.
like 90% sure I've got an ulcer.
Oh yeah, that's right. Never mind. Not lame.
And
Take it back.
I
Not lame.
don't. Yeah,
Not lame.
yeah.
Not
I don't
lame.
think the. Yeah, I don't think the drinking that I did this weekend was all that good for it. So, I'm like, yeah, tonight I think I'll just have some water.
Taking a little easy.
And
Probably
it's-
wise.
That.
So some crystal clear water straight from the tap.
some high quality H2O.
I am, yeah, I am drinking it out of a Dangerous Man glass though.
Oh,
Good.
there you go.
And for those of you who do not know, Dangerous Man is a local brewery here in Northeast Minneapolis that makes some pretty good beer. If you like beers that are like coconut beer, like peanut butter stouts, chocolate
Ooh.
milk stouts. Sorry, it's a peanut butter porter.
Ooh.
Yeah, chocolate milk stouts. Oh, that actually reminds me. They did do. So every year, Minneapolis and Northeast, there's a block party at this restaurant called the Red Stag, and for the last 2 years, they've done this thing called In Cahoots, where all the local Northeast breweries will get together and do a collaboration beer.
Oh, that's
So,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, last year, Dangerous Man Brewing and Sociable Cider Works, a cidery, got together and they made a cider together, and it's called the Danger Wheelie. And
Danger
it was
Wheelie.
described as a chocolate. Yeah, so it was described as a chocolate apple bomb. It was so damn good.
Ooh.
It was like you started, and it was like a really tart cider. That's like what they do. Their ciders are like really really tart. And so that's like your first taste, and then like the finish was just like straight chocolate. It was like a chocolate covered apple.
Okay, this
It was so good.
Just a little sidetrack thing, still related. So when I was in Boston and I went to the Boston Sam Adams Brewery, they have a collab beer that they do every year called the Sam Adams Utopia, and it's like they get some award-winning beer every year and they like add it to previous years or something and keep a cask of it, and it sells for like $900 a bottle. I've never,
Wow.
yeah,
Jesus.
and it's like rated one of the
For Sam Adams?
It's one of the best beers in the world apparently, but I don't know, like I've never heard of these like collaborations between different breweries to do stuff like that. I mean, I guess technically it's not a collaboration, but it's like them collaborating with different beers themselves. But
Right.
still really interesting stuff. But
Cool. Well, what are you drinking there, Mitchy Poo? Oh wait,
What?
Hamster.
we already did
Hamster.
Hampy.
that. I think I'm hemorrhaging, guys. Don't worry. Happy, what are you drinking?
Dude, I just got a good old fashioned Coors. Because I can't afford to live.
Nice.
So
Wait, is
I-
that the Coors Light or the Coors
No,
Banquois?
Banquois, my dude. I'm looking for that vanilla can.
Oh yeah.
You're tasting the mountains, is what you're doing.
Dude, literally, I'm pretty sure it's under $2. It's like $1.75 around the corner at this deli. So I just roll up after work and I slap down my
Pick up a
cash.
40.
I just-
Okay,
The fact that you can get that from a deli makes me so jealous. It's the one thing.
if that
Yeah,
is
don't
the
let the
taste
best
of the
be
Any time of day
Rockies,
at all, I can freaking go around the corner and get it.
if that is the taste of the
So
Rockies,
jealous.
it's somebody drinking the water downstream as somebody pisses into the river. Like,
Ain't it great?
I think.
oh, but it goes so smooth. It
it-
goes down so smooth.
Yeah.
I'm digging it, man.
Cool. Well, is
Yeah.
So
did
yeah,
that's
so that's what
everybody.
we're drinking this week. Let's
Ooh.
That's beer corn.
yeah, let's move on to videos and movies. We're gonna talk about video games. Sorry, video games.
You mean
and
video
movies.
games and yeah.
What have we all been playing lately? I know For Honor has really been hot.
Yeah, let's start with
Yeah.
that.
I
Let's go
haven't
and start with
played
that
it
one.
yet,
I got
so you
some
guys are
shit
gonna
to say
have
about
to.
that game.
You're gonna have to tell me what it's about because I haven't. My live subscription's up and I'm too broke. So
Yeah. So like at its core, it's basically
frustration.
a 3D
Yeah.
fighting game.
So Dark Souls
Heap
3.
of frustration. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, you can draw a lot of comparisons to Dark Souls. It's like a fighting game, but you're playing with swords and battle axes and spears, and so
So
what
this
it
is like a
is
medieval
there's
game,
three.
right?
It kind of
Yeah, kind of. It's 3 factions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's like 3 factions. You can play as samurai, Vikings, or like medieval knights. And it is I really, really enjoy it. It is really frustrating. It gets your blood going, or it gets your blood pumping. But it's really fun. And I'm not usually one for fighting games, and this one kind of like tricks you into realizing that you're playing a fighting game, because like you look at the videos and I played the beta too, and it was like, oh sweet, yeah, just like a hack and slash multiplayer. I'm gonna be able to like fight other players, and then all of a sudden like you get into like the real fighting mechanics, and you're like, oh, there's like combos, and the blocking is
breaks.
really interesting. Yeah, guard breaks and all this stuff. So it's like there's the way that it works is like you have like stances. So there's a left stance, a right stance, and a top stance. And that's where your attacks are coming from. That's also where you're blocking from. So you can see your opponent's stance too. So like you'll if you're guarding right, if he's attacking left, then he hits you. But if you switch your guard to left, you can block the attack. And then you can also do things like guard break. So you can break their guard for a little bit, try to sneak attack in there. You can do things like countering attacks, which is the most frustrating thing.
Counterattacks always are,
so,
though. Like any game, no game that I've played so far has really mastered the counterattack. I think Witcher 3 did a pretty decent job at it, but every time I've had a game that has counterattacks and parrying and stuff, the controls get so muddled, it gets a little difficult. So I don't know.
Yeah, and like this one, I think it's pretty fair. There's some times where I'm like, I don't know, man, I was hitting that button, but I mean that's probably just me being bad at the
is
game.
that like each character's timings are different in the way that you have to counter them.
Yeah.
So like your game knowledge of characters that you might not necessarily play is going to affect how you play against them as your main hero. You know.
Do you get to choose your characters though, or is it random heroes every? Okay.
Yeah,
All
there's
right.
like
both.
16.
I mean, you can randomize it as well if you have
12.
multiple unlocks that you like.
Okay.
You can hit random and like multiple that you're good at. If you hit random, it'll just pick one for you.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so like each faction kind of had like there's like different like subdivisions of characters. There's like standard warrior. They're like usually pretty strong, but they're not too fast. They do some like medium speed, medium strength attacks. There's like a couple characters with like shields, so they're like a lot about like defense and like counterattacks. There are a couple characters with spears, so it's all of, like, especially what's the samurai spear?
Nobushi, yeah. Girl.
Naboshi, the Nobushi is so frustrating to play against, because she'll like poke you with her spear, and then
nice.
you'll start bleeding. Yeah, so that one's all about like keeping your distance and like coming in fast, and then there's like classes that are like the fast class for each group, and they're like they can attack really quickly. Yeah, they're good at countering. There's one that's just straight up Assassin's Creed, and then there's like also just like huge. There's a couple like really huge like heavy characters, like the Lawbringer is one for the knights. He's got like a giant.
Awesome. That's the one I play.
Yeah, he's got like a giant polearm axe,
He can take a hit like a champ, too.
He can take a hit
as long as you're not getting hit over repeatedly, because then you'll fucking die.
slow.
Yeah.
If you don't get a
he's not very fast.
If you can get a hit in there, especially one of your top hits, they seem to do more damage. Especially one of the combos is called Judge, Jury, and Executioner, which is super cool. And it's an unblockable hit that will take out a good just over half of their health.
Jeez, that
It's
seems
actually-
like a nerfed move though. Or
Well, the thing is, like, the game balances
No.
itself out because everyone sort of has that, like, super heavy hitting move.
okay.
So it's
Yes,
more
I mean,
about
everyone's got
matching and
like that.
comboing and countering.
Gotcha.
Absolutely, yeah, and regardless of what a lot of people online would like to say, I think the game is balanced very, very well.
I think so, too.
Right, like every
Okay.
time I like get beaten by something and I call kind of bullshit on it, it's really just my lack of game knowledge, like with their moveset or something.
Right, like-
you know.
Exactly, like calling bullshit is like the guttural
Right.
reaction,
I
right?
can
Right,
But then
naturally.
in that game,
yeah.
but-
I'll admit it.
I feel like, yeah, but I feel like, I mean, like after every fight, I've always been like, yeah, no, but I know what I did wrong there. Like I know why I lost that fight,
It's
which is always a really positive thing in games.
It's actually funny that you draw the comparison to Dark Souls 3 because I've been playing that quite a bit, and it's my first time playing the series, and I love it. I plan to actually go back and like play all of them because I freaking love it so much. On New Game Plus, I finally hit the Nameless King, of which I skipped the
Sick.
first new playthrough, almost beat him. But it is really similar in like the how measured and kind of technical the combat is.
Right.
Which means that, like,
that's
we're
what I
getting
kinda
punished.
saw.
Yeah, so we're getting punished on the kind of these mistakes we're making as we learn, so there's a high learning curve, which did make it a little frustrating, but honestly, I hopped into this beta. I didn't think I was going to get this game. I didn't really know much about it, but we all spent the
yeah,
whole
me too. I mean, I was like,
weekend-
I'll have fun this
yeah,
weekend.
we like spent the whole weekend playing it, almost like accidentally playing exclusively this, and I freaking bought it right away. Pretty much
Yeah,
like,
me too.
on release. I even like was trying to convince myself not to spend the money, but then on release day, it was Valentine's Day. I'm straight single, yo. So I was like, I'm gonna buy this right quick.
Oh,
Treat
man.
yourself.
Can we
Yeah,
talk
it was
about
a solid
yourself.
campaign too.
Can we talk about how bullshit the 4v4 elimination mode is?
You know
with
what
people
though?
just
It's actually
running
funny
away?
you say that.
It's so
'cause We were
frustrating.
so
I mean-
mad that night, but then when we started playing it later, once we kind of got a little more familiar with the characters, we started doing work, and we're like, okay, this all right, this all right. Like once we
Is
started
there-
winning,
Yeah, and like
Is there a good way to catch people
it's,
that are
like,
running
valid.
away?
that is still a problem.
Cut 'em off.
That's
No.
still a problem.
Cut 'em
It's
off
like
at the
people
pass.
can just run
no,
away.
and that's so. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's especially what's that samurai class?
All of them,
all of those lighter classes are
The-
pretty quick.
except for the
We
big
call
guy.
him Samurai Jack.
Oh, that's Orochi.
He's
That's
evil.
Orochi.
They're evil. Anybody who plays that class is yeah, they're evil. Anybody who plays that class, I hate it. Yeah, no, I still do wish they had like just a straight up 4v4 elimination where like
Just
or like
dueling,
duels.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
like yeah, where you don't have the power
Well,
ups, so you
3v3
don't
would
have
be
the
nice too. Like you have a 1v1, 2v2,
Yeah,
and 4v4. Why not have 3v3? Like just why not?
Right.
because oftentimes it's just the three of us. So it's yeah,
Or
it would
Mitch
be
can
nice
just
to
get
have
on,
a
you know.
3v3.
I'm sorry.
Hey man, he's an
Yeah,
engaged
he's
man.
basically getting
Yeah,
he's
Whoa,
he's
Whoa,
a
whoa,
fiance
whoa!
now.
Doesn't mean I'm not going to be gaming now.
Well, we'll.
Also,
All right, so
the maps are super detailed too in that game. Like there's a
Oh,
lot
the
of
maps are
Oh
beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and we didn't even talk about you can do like environmental kills
yeah,
too.
like throwing them off
So like
ledges.
if you're like standing on an edge, yeah. If you're like standing over a ledge, you can like guard break someone and like throw them off the ledge,
Oh.
which is always really fun because it also pisses people off.
People get
You can like
Naturally,
throw. There's like a
naturally.
spike wall. You can.
there's like
People
yeah.
Rocket League
so
chat
salty.
options
Yeah,
that you
it-
can spam in frustration.
Yes.
calculated. Yeah,
Thanks.
bullshit.
And then the only thing in that game that I think is like actually truly just annoying bullshit is when you're fighting someone, they start to lose, so then they just crawl halfway up a ladder.
And just wait for you.
And then, because if you're on a ladder, like, if someone's on a ladder, they can either, like, punch up to try and knock somebody above them off, or they can, like, slide down at somebody who's attacking them, and they'll, like, knock them off, and you take a shit ton of fall damage in the
I
game.
will say now that I've been
So-
fooled by that a couple of times though, it ain't gonna work anymore.
Oh, yeah, no, it's really easy. It's just like, okay, sweet, you're gonna run up the ladder, and I guess our fight's done, and I'll probably see you again, and, like, once you get your power-ups and you're all healed, but whatever, I'll beat you
I've been
again.
watching some footage and some streams of this game just to kind of like see what people are doing, and I feel like the countering of the guard breaks is something that if we can kind of get a handle on that, it would help our game so much because guard break is so OP that
Yeah.
if you don't counter it, like you're just a sit and duck. But I've seen people who
Yeah.
have gotten the counter guard break down so well, and they're like untouchable at a certain point, you know.
Yeah, like, I the last time we played, I spent over, like, an hour just doing that guard break tutorial. I'm still shit at it, though. Yeah. Real quick, guys. I'll be right back. I gotta use the bathroom again. Oh shit.
Bosca, come back. It is cool that the
God,
different
that is
modes
so
that they
loud. Is
offer.
anyone
Like,
else
I
getting
don't-
that
we lost
freaking rain
purple.
noise?
we lost purple too.
Hey guys.
Oh man, yeah, God. This
Yeah,
is
I guess
really
I'm on the
Guys,
phone now.
For
That's-
Honor,
next
no.
time. This is killing me.
I think I accidentally.
I don't know,
hit the
did-
button, but I was.
Am I coming through?
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
hear you.
Oh, okay. I don't know if anybody played Shadow of Mordor.
Yes.
Did you
Oh my God,
did you
dude.
hear that they leaked the new?
The
God!
sequel, yeah.
God.
Yeah. It's actually weird that you've been saying that, Basca. I literally just started playing Shadow of Mordor
Oh, nice.
like a day and a half ago.
Sorry,
Um,
they just leaked Shadow of War, which is the next game.
Huh.
Yeah, I saw that on r/gaming today or something like that. I haven't played it though. Was it a good game? Like
You know,
it was well received.
It was revolutionary. I mean, I use that term very loosely. Not being a game analyst or anything like that, but it was one. I mean, it was one of the first Xbox One releases,
Yeah.
and graphics wise, the combat style was very like Arkham Knighty or Arkham Asylum esque, but with like swords and you're fighting orcs.
yeah.
It was super fluid, and I really just enjoyed the open world. I actually never finished it, and I regret not finishing it because I loved everything about it, and just the whole game mechanic of like you kill an orc, and it's all like the hierarchy of the orcs, and so you kill one at the top of the tree, and another one takes its place, and it's just this ever evolving chain of command within the orc army.
Huh.
And like, if one kills you, they remember that they killed you, and if you see them in the world again, they like say, didn't I already kill you, or why don't you stay dead, or
Right.
just
Isn't that
wanna
called
die
like
again.
the Nemesis something?
The Nemesis system.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Nemesis
yep.
system.
Okay,
Cool.
I was just talking to one of my high school buddies about this earlier today because I've never played the game, but it sounded like it was a really good one.
Dylan,
Yeah, no,
did you ever play to the branding stage of that game?
The
When you start branding the orcs?
Yes, I did. Yep.
That's when it feels like the game really opens up, when you can actually take control of enemies and have them fight for you.
What?
Which sort
Yep,
of
and you can.
turns.
Yep, and then they become. You can have them go and attack higher level orcs,
way.
and then they become leaders of certain factions, and then that means you control that. Yeah.
Wow.
That's awesome.
I would say
it was
say
super.
Shadow of Mordor is. I think at the time it was something that the Xbox One really needed as like a RPG grab for the console.
Oh,
yeah,
for
especially
sure.
Right
I
away
mean,
on its release.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't. I mean, every time a system comes out, they always have the FPSs and MMORPGs and whatnot. But it's good to have an actual RPG come out with the release of the system because, I mean, for gamers like me, I personally don't play any multiplayer online game. I know you guys play a lot of like COD and stuff, but like as far as I go, I like strictly only play RPGs and stuff like that, with the exception of like Rocket League or something. But I mean, maybe I'm. Jesus,
Hello.
Oh, come in.
Oh God. What is
are we being contacted? This is just like the
What's going
fourth
on?
kind.
They're taking
I
you.
think it's
Purple.
purple?
Please, God, no, he's a good man.
So y'all watch Stranger Things?
Oh, I actually thought about rewatching that today.
I should actually. That was really good. Hey, Purple.
Perp.
Are you back?
There he is.
Cool.
Yeah, I was gonna rewatch it because during the Super Bowl they had the trailer for Stranger Things 2, and I was.
yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
That looks
It
so
looks
good. But
I actually just binged that again right after that.
oh really?
Awesome.
Yeah, I was
need to
gonna
watch it
gonna
again.
watch it, but
Yeah.
then I started The People versus O.J. Simpson.
Oh, which is so
Halfway
good.
through. I'm halfway through.
Dude,
Don't
started
tell me
that.
how
We
it
should,
ends.
we should table that. Let's finish some video game talk.
Oh yes, yes.
Let's
Yeah.
finish some video game
Well,
stuff, and I would love to talk about
yeah,
O.J.
I-
Simpson.
yeah.
I
we'll
just
talk-
want to
yeah.
hop into this. I want to hop back into this Shadow of Mordor
Uh-huh.
talk again
Yeah.
because I was super pumped about that leak thing today.
Yeah, did you see? Yeah,
I
you
was
saw that
wondering when
online?
they were gonna. Yeah, I was wondering when and if they were going to do a sequel to that game, because that game was such a surprise. It's so fantastic, and that Nemesis system is something that's like so underused.
Yeah.
Like nobody's really
Ever tried to mimic
doing
it, or
it, which
anything.
is like, yeah, which like people totally should. I'm pretty sure the developers were even like, yeah, go ahead and steal it. Like, please use it because it's a great fucking system. So, I just saw this on some comment on Reddit, but apparently, like, for a description of the game, I guess this time you're fighting Sauron himself as well as the
Ring
Wraiths.
Wraiths are coming into action.
Awesome.
That's pretty exciting.
nice.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I have Shadow Mordor
Yeah.
on PS4,
So that
I'll
should be-
I'll have to buzz through that because I bought a bunch of games having to justify.
Oh, it's
my
fantastic.
buy of the PlayStation 4, so I got it.
I wouldn't say it's quite a buzz through,
No, I
No,
know.
but
it's not a buzz
it's
through.
pretty great.
But recommended
Yeah,
play.
yeah.
I need to get it again,
Have you guys
even just as a rent to finish it,
Right.
because
yeah.
You know what?
it was.
Oh, sorry, Dill. What?
No. I just really enjoyed that game, and if I highly recommend it, Bauska. If you it's
I
super
need
cheap
to.
now.
I really want to replay Witcher 3 and then play the DLCs because I haven't played the DLCs yet, and I heard those are fantastic. But
Yeah, I haven't played them either.
game that I really just sat down and grinded through for the past like 2 weeks or so was Witcher 2 actually. And I don't know if anybody ever played that one.
Oh, I've heard that game is hard as fuck.
It's
I actually,
really
I
not
downloaded
easy.
it because it was free. And it was like
Yep.
or not free. It was had like a super good sale during Black Friday.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
it
think
was
I
not
got
good.
mine for free with my copy of Witcher 3 actually.
Oh, nice.
Really?
Or maybe I don't know how I got it. I think it was
Do you have like a deluxe version of Witcher 3? Or
no.
like the
I
Game
lied.
Edition?
It was actually Games with Gold. They had Witcher 2. 1
Oh,
month.
okay.
And like I just
So-
every time Games for Gold come up, I just automatically add them to my library.
me too.
So in case I like want to play them. But yeah, that game was phenomenal. I got done with it and I was like, oh man, like, is there more? And then I was like, oh
Right.
yeah, there's The Witcher 3. Like I already played that, but the storyline in it is so good. The way you can, if you've played Witcher 3 or any of the Witcher games, like they're very sort of choose your own pathy. And they have different outcomes, different endings for every game and stuff. So my version, the way it ended was pretty cool, but I want to go back and play it again, just so I can see the other ones and stuff. Because when you pick, like, there's two major sides, and depending on which one you pick, you miss out on a shit ton of other quests, which sucks. But the replay value is outstanding for these games. So like,
Right.
I don't know. I just sunk a lot of time into Witcher 2 and kind of became a shut-in with that game, but it was totally worth it. So if you're looking for a cheap, fun game to pick up, combat's a little tricky to get into right away.
That's what I heard.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's Witcher 3. I thought the combat was like super smooth and just really reactive and stuff, but I mean, Witcher 2, it's obviously clunkier than 3, and just trying to coordinate your attacks and you're using your signs, and I don't think I even got the upgrade for parry or riposte until like the last mission in the game because I ran out of power-ups that I wanted to use. So I don't know. If you're looking for a good game to pick up for cheap, that's definitely a really good one that you can sink like hundreds of hours into.
You guys realize that there is a new console coming out.
Switch.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
there is.
Yeah.
The Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That really satisfying
Anybody
glitch
interested in
Wow.
picking that up?
It's like that Will Smith
Yeah.
song from the
I know.
early thousands. That should have been their campaign.
Right?
They should have had that. It's called Switch.
Jesus.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get one. I mean, not right away,
Not right away.
because I don't really have the money for it.
Yeah.
Especially because my rent has gone up by $200
Ugh.
since our third roommate moved out. But and also at launch, I know it's probably just going to be like a Zelda machine
Right.
for a little
Oh,
bit.
for
There's
sure.
not too many
For
And,
sure.
like,
games at launch. There's 1-2 Switch, which isn't bundled and is $50.
What
and
about
seems a
what
little
about Super
pricey.
Mario? That one is...
That's coming out in holiday. I think it's holiday or fall this year.
Oh, so yeah, you're gonna have... Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a Zelda machine for sure for the first half year.
Yeah, they're doing like Mario Kart 8 Plus is like coming out in April, I think, and then Splatoon 2 will be coming out sometime in the summer.
But Mario Kart's just a revamp of the Wii U version, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, it's just an
I
upgrade.
think so. I think there might be like a couple more maps or something. Who knows? Yeah, like I mean, I'm definitely interested in one. I mean, I like the idea of like the handheld and home console. I mean, who knows how much I'll actually use the handheld aspect of it?
Right.
Probably not a lot.
The problem that I've had with the Switch here is that like there's so much that they have not clarified with how the system works. So like they haven't really disclosed any of the technical aspects of it, like how powerful it actually is.
Oh, they
Have they?
no, they have. Yeah,
Have
the
they?
embargo. Oh yeah, the embargo's up. It's 1080p when it's docked. It runs at 720. The screen is 720.
Oh,
It's a touch screen.
Really though?
I guess
720
yeah.
for the screen?
For the yeah, but I mean, you know,
I mean, it's an iPad.
that's
I mean,
not
but if
too
it's
much
close
to
up
ask
to your
for when
face,
you're
it
doing.
shouldn't be too bad.
I guess, but I feel
And-
like
and not
we're
just that,
with
but I
an
mean,
age
like-
of 4K. I mean, like the Xbox One S can stream in 4K Ultra. Like,
Yeah.
why is Nintendo not hopping on that train? It's sort of
Because Nintendo's never really been a company about power. They've been like, this is the machine that you'll play our games on, and their games have never really been about power either. It's always
No,
been
I
about
mean,
like mechanics
true.
and
So you
plus.
say
I
this
mean,
all the
it's a
time.
family
Yeah.
console, I guess. It always
and
has
it's just
been.
fun.
Um,
But also another thing is too that you have to keep in mind is battery life.
oh,
So
how
if they
is
were,
that?
because I mean, well, they say it's like 3.5. Like what I've heard, you can probably play it for like 3.5 hours if you're playing Zelda or something. But the thing is, if you have, I mean, like, because the game, the console can output 1080. It can do that on a TV, which is just about what every other console can do right now, except for
Right.
like the PlayStation Plus, kinda. I mean, like even my computer, I've got like a 1070 in there that can't really do 4K, 60 frames with most games. But the thing is, if you're a handheld console, if you were running at 1080, that's I mean, I'm not a computer scientist, but I think that's probably like twice the processing power. So it's
Oh, yeah.
much more
Probably.
battery life. So you're not or that's much more battery usage. You're not gonna get a lot more battery life out of that. So. And you also don't want that thing to be running hotter than the devil's asshole.
I was
so-
gonna say, yeah, for 3.5 hours straight on that, like that's got to be toasty.
Yeah.
I mean,
I have heard that those little controller nubs, the Joy-Cons, I've heard those are kind of small.
Yeah, I've also heard that like
Um,
a bunch of these things that you really need for it are not bundled with the original purchase. Like you have to buy them outside of it.
Yeah, like the Pro
and they're
controller.
super
It
expensive.
doesn't come with the
So
game.
really, like
the
price-
Apple route.
Right, exactly. And
Yeah.
the price already is like a little more than I wanted to spend. And now if you tell me I have to buy all this shit on top,
What's the
300, yeah.
baseline like? Just
$300.
It's
if it
$299.
was $250, I would have
$300.
bought it right
Yeah.
away, even with the extra stuff. But if you're telling me I gotta spend $300 plus the extra shit, I don't know, man. I'm not. on
Well,
board
I
yet.
mean, okay, the only reason
Totally.
why I will ever buy a Switch, and I've been talking to my brother-in-law, and we've been talking about just buying one together and then, like, splitting it or whatever. The only reason why I would buy it is for Legend of Zelda, Super Mario, Mario Kart.
right?
Like, and
Well, that's why you buy Nintendo consoles, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
but then they put out those
Yeah.
games, and then it just like that's it. Then they put out a new console. Like you literally
Yeah, I will
buy
say-
each
I will
gen
say,
of the game just for the console.
each gen of the console just.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, and that's what I was gonna mention. I mean, like one of the big reasons why I want to switch is because even at the end of the Wii U cycle, I was like looking at it, I was like, man, there are not a lot, but there are like 3 or 4 games that I would just really love to play on that thing, like Mario Maker. I'm so bummed I missed out on
Yeah,
Mario
yeah.
Maker because
Yeah.
that game just
Yep.
looks so
It's on the
fantastic.
DS now, isn't it?
And my roommate, I mean, yeah, but it's not.
Oh, okay.
It's not what it is on this. Like you can't upload your levels online. You can't download direct levels online. You just get like randomized. Yeah. So I mean, and my roommate Danny had a Switch or Wii U for a while. I didn't want to buy Mario Maker for it because I was only going to be able to play it for like a month. But yeah, and like I just felt like I kind of missed out on some of those games. So I'm like, I might as well, because I'm going to want to play Zelda. I'm going to want to play Mario Odyssey. I'm going to want to play the new Smash Brothers whenever that comes out.
Yep.
I'm kind of hoping that the next installment of Pokemon games
sweet.
comes out for the
Oh,
Switch.
that'd be cool. Yeah.
I would
Sweet.
assume
So, Kurt,
so,
we're gonna have
because
Zelda
I
night,
mean,
right?
Zelda
We're
Night.
gonna have a
Are
Zelda
you
night.
getting a Switch,
Can you
Dylan?
get it?
Oh, I'll be there.
Yeah, that'll be our Let's
so
Play.
Stream me in, boys.
I'm not. I mean, yeah.
Oh no, guys, I'll just bring my Switch to you.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah,
come on.
you're so kind.
We'll play it.
We could be on.
We'll
tennis
play it at a
court
rooftop.
We'll go to a
together.
rooftop party.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we'll play a game of basketball, and then we'll play a game of NBA 2K whatever. After the game of basketball,
Okay,
right there on the
current
court.
year.
I heard a rumor that there might be a
Yeah.
GameCube Virtual Console. Is that confirmed or?
Oh, Nintendo's virtual
Yeah, well,
console
so-
has always been
Yes.
so fucking
Yeah, that'd be good.
gross.
Well, I mean, they're gonna have. So here's what they've said. They are not gonna have the virtual console at launch. There will be a virtual console, but it will not be available at launch. They haven't really said
Ugh.
when it will be available. But they also their online service now is going to be a pay
Yeah,
service,
yeah, I heard that.
and I think I heard $20 a
Something
year.
like that.
It's
I could.
Oh God, that's
me look at it.
nothing though.
well. Here's the thing: is that their service has like zero benefits that PS Plus and Xbox Gold have.
sure, makes
Like at least
sense.
with Gold and Plus, you get like free games and there's other benefits. But like
They
said
will
nothing.
have a game of the month. It's not like a game that you download and keep, but you can play that game for the month, and it's not like and it's going to be like, they're really old like retro games, so like it'll be like Super Metroid. You can play Super Metroid for this month, which like is okay.
Why not just put it on the Virtual Console and let me pay for it and I'll have it. I don't
Well, they will whenever that thing comes up.
The problem
And
is
then
that
the other thing-
their subscription process, the subscription service that they have and that they've rolled out, just isn't really competitive with the others that are on other consoles. So there's no real
Yeah.
incentive for a Nintendo Switch player to have that service.
Sure.
I mean, unless there's something
Yeah.
crazy,
Well,
amazing online that you
Splatoon.
want to play.
Well, if you want to do,
Yeah.
if you want to play the next Mario Maker, if you want to play Splatoon, if you want to,
It just
You
seems
know,
like a
then
lot of money to
that's a
pay
reason to get it.
for the privilege of using online services.
$20 a year though.
yeah,
Is it a year? I thought it was a month.
yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's 20. No, it's $20 a year.
Yeah, I was gonna
Oh,
say that's
okay.
nothing.
Yeah.
like
$20 a month would be outrageous.
That's what I thought.
That'd be
it
the
was.
most.
I
Yeah.
have a hard
It's an
time
HBO
justifying
subscription.
like $60 a year for Xbox Live just because I don't play live enough. But I mean, who knows?
I guess $20 a year is pretty
Yeah.
negligible.
Oh, if it's a year, then it's like
and-
nothing.
And then the other thing too is that the storage space that it comes with is only 32 gigabytes.
What?
Okay, but
Yeah.
but does it have expandable memory?
But yeah,
Okay,
so here's
there
the
you
thing:
go.
it's just SD cards.
yeah, exactly.
and
SD
SD cards are super cheap.
Yeah.
Micro SD,
yeah,
you
sure.
can get. I think I got a 32
Yeah.
gig or 64 for like what, $8?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really really cheap, and they say that the Switch will be able to support up to 2 terabyte micro SD cards, which
That's
don't
a-
exist yet.
That's a bold statement.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, like,
Yeah. But yeah, so that's not too. But I mean, it's just another thing you're gonna have to go out and buy when you get your
Right.
console. And it's got. I think it's got a USB port on it, so you might be able to have like another separate
Quick start on something.
hard drive. I think, or you could just load up. You could get those old like DS game holders. Load up a bunch of SD cards, and then just be like, this one has these games on here. I mean, because I think Breath of the Wild is something like 14.6 gigs. So like
Oh,
right
sure
away,
it
that's
is, 'cause
half your
isn't it
storage.
With Breath of the Wild, isn't it just like it's so open world? No
Yeah,
loading
it's
screens,
open
all
world.
it,
Yeah, and like a lot, they've been lifting more and more like embargoes, and I mean most games journalism people have copies now, and they've been people have been able to talk about it more and more. So they just can't talk about like story stuff, and they can't do reviews. But there's
I watched
plenty of
Thomas,
info out there
Thomas
about Breath
and I
of the Wild
watched
right now.
a playthrough a little bit of Breath of the Wild when we were down in Florida. It looks really
Yeah, what
good.
do we watch? Yeah,
Yeah,
it looks really good.
It's I mean, the graphics are a lot better for a Legend of Zelda game. Like, I mean, I don't know how you improve cartoon graphics, but they did.
Well, yeah, I just remember when
Yeah,
the
and-
first trailer dropped just this past summer, right?
Yes.
And just
Yeah, the E3
watching
coverage,
it
yeah.
and being
Yeah.
and having that same feeling, Bowska, of holy shit, they have taken Zelda, these graphics of Zelda that are supposed to be a little cartoony, and then like, you know, that's just what we think of when we think of Zelda, and they've made it look very, very pretty.
I mean, I remember when everybody
Yeah,
had a
and-
beef with Wind Waker because they're like, "Oh, it's too cartoony," and I was like, "No, I loved Wind Waker. It was one of my favorite Zelda games." But then they followed it up with Twilight
and now
Princess.
people love that art style.
Yeah. Yep. But they followed it up with
And,
Twilight
yeah, Twilight-
Princess,
and-
and that one had great graphics. But now Breath of the Wild, they're taking it just that extra step.
yeah.
It looks great.
Yeah, and Twilight Princess was like an okay game.
Yeah, I wasn't.
Yeah,
huge
Breath of the
fan,
Wild looks
but-
fantastic.
I still
It
gotta
was still pretty
replay
good.
Link's
for-
Awakening on my DS. That was my first video game ever. Got it bundled with my Ice
No.
Game Boy Pocket.
Nice. Hey, if you want to play a good Zelda game on your DS, Link Between Worlds is like kind of a remake. It's not really. All the dungeons are different. The overworld is the same, and it's a top-down game. And so the way that it works is, you, instead of like finding items, you rent them. And so you can do the dungeons in whatever order you want to.
Wow.
Dylan just turned on his camera to flip me off.
He's not wearing the
Yeah.
beanie anymore, so
Yeah.
thank God.
Yeah, he's not. Well, we got that off of him. Yeah, but you can
sorry,
do the
those were fighting
dungeons
words.
in any order you want to. And then one really cool thing about it too is that you've got this power where you can like turn into a painting on a wall.
Ooh.
And so you can like walk around the wall, like on the wall, and so that's
Wait,
another
kind of like, Link
puzzle
Between
element
Worlds,
to it.
kind of?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Mitch. Thank you for listening. Jesus fucking Christ. Hamster.
There's the little
Hamster just turned on his
I'm
camera
sorry, I can't
and
focus
showed us his whitey
when I
tighties.
see
Oh,
Tiny
God,
Whitey's on the
sorry,
camera.
listeners at home.
So yeah, Mr. Red-faced whitey tighty, that is Link Between
Okay,
Worlds. So if you like Zelda games, you should
I
check
don't.
it out.
Okay. Hampy's
Literally
wardrobe
destroyed my
malfunction
brain.
aside.
All right, folks. Let's take a quick.
That'll be
fire
part of the video
here.
podcast once we start doing
Yeah,
that.
no kidding. Okay, well, I don't know about you guys, but my favorite Zelda games actually were. I had Oracle of Ages and Seasons growing up for Game Boy Color, and I didn't beat them until I probably was in senior year of high school. Like, they were fun games to play, but I feel like they were really tough for 8-year-old me.
Dude, I
But
remember.
man,
at
those
that
games
age I
were
had,
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
My first one was actually Ocarina, but I
Same.
was
Oh.
way too young
I-
to understand how to play it. So all I would do was run around in the Zora area and just do the high dive over and over and over again.
Nice,
I thought that was the
nice.
most fun thing I've
I
ever done in a
freaking
video game.
went out and got Zelda and the Minish Cap, which was freaking dope.
Oh,
And a
I
kid
loved
stole it.
Minish
Anybody
Cap.
have any more to say
A
about
kid freaking
video
stole it
juegos?
from my Game Boy.
Savage.
Oh, what a...
Wait, out of the Game Boy, he ripped it out of the Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm
He-
pissed
he,
off
he
because...
left. He left the Game Boy. He's like, it's fine if I just steal this part, right?
Oh, what a dick. I feel unjustly mad because I can't really be mad, but my brother-in-law, when he was stationed in Afghanistan in the army, he took my Game Boy Advance SP over there and then he lost it. So I was like, okay, I can't be mad at you, but god damn it, that was my SP.
Oh, the SP was such a great system.
Yeah, and I gave him I think like Fire Red and like, remember when they did the reboot of the old Pokemon games but for Advance? Yeah,
Yeah.
I gave him that, and I gave him a couple other ones. And
Yeah.
Jeremy, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be mad at you, but god damn it. But anyways, Minish Cap was a great game. I really liked. I mean, I feel like they're sort of like tackling one sort of essence at a time, where you have like being able to shrink in Minish Cap, being able to change time in Aegis, being able to change seasons, whatever. But no matter what they do with a Legend of Zelda game, I've never been really disappointed, except for Majora's Mask.
Really?
I think that I really like Majora's Mask.
See, people say that, but the whole time thing really
It's not
messed with
traditional.
me.
I can
hate
totally
any
understand
game that's
the
under
the
a
clock
time
aspect.
restraint. So it just
Exactly. Yeah.
it bugs the shit out of me.
Yeah,
It
I
always
get that.
has, and that's the only reason why I couldn't get into it. But I didn't play it until, let's see, I played Ocarina of Time my freshman year. I downloaded an emulator, Project 64, I think, and played it with my 360 controller on my computer. But then after that, I think I tried to do Majora's Mask, and I just could not get into it. Everything, I mean, it had some really cool. I mean, Clocktown was haunting and stuff like that. It was good. It was a good atmosphere, but I just couldn't get through
That
the
moon phase
gameplay,
was in my dreams for years.
and I don't like. I guess I don't. I've never understood why it's so highly regarded as one of the best games of all time. Maybe you can change my opinion on that.
I don't know if people talk about Majora's Mask as one of the best games. I think they're talking about
No.
Ocarina.
I've heard that Majora's Mask is one of people consider it like one of the best sequels ever written.
Oh, yeah.
For whatever.
It gets a lot of acclaim.
Well, it's also like one of the very few like direct Zelda
That's
sequels.
true. Very true.
Like, I mean, because like all of them are like, it's a different Link, it's a different time, it's a different world.
love looking at the like Legend of Zelda like timelines for all the different games, because
It makes no sense.
It's insane.
It's like, and it branches here to go there, and then here and here, and it's like, if this happened, then this game happened, and it's like, good lord.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what at the start of Wind Waker, you like, they're talking about like the hero in green or whatever, right? Yeah, that's really funny.
The
Considering
It's like,
he
oh,
wears
Sword
blue
Trainer
the entire game.
What was that,
what
Mitchie?
was the one that came out on Wii? Twilight Princess?
Yeah,
The Sword Trainer.
Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword.
I've never
Trainer
played
in-
Skyward
in
Sword.
Twilight Princess is Link from one of the failed timelines. So the guy that teaches you all the special moves in
Oh.
Twilight Princess is actually Link if he fails to defeat Ganon
Oh, that's sweet.
Interesting.
in like a past world or something. It's like if you guys have ever read the Hyrule Historica, it's fucking
I've
insane.
wanted to get my hands on one.
I don't-
I'm not gonna justify spending like how I think it was like $60 or $70 on it.
Yeah,
but-
it's too much money.
I don't want to get I don't want to get too much into it, but there is some of that there's some of that kind of stuff in Link Between Worlds, because in Link to the Past you're going back and forth between the past and the future, I think. In Link, or no, you're going to the underworld and the overworld, but in Link Between Worlds you're actually like traveling between two different Hyrules. You're traveling between Hyrule and Lorule. So like Hyrule's got Princess Zelda, Lorule's got like Princess Hilda, I think is the name.
Damn.
Are
So
you
there's
sh-
some of that action going on in Link Between Worlds.
Between Link Between Worlds, are you sure that wasn't in Link to the Past as well? I feel like Link to the Past sort of had that.
They had like a
Yeah,
shadow.
no,
world
like I said,
thing.
the Underworld. Yeah,
Okay.
Link to, yeah, it is like a remake almost of Link to the Past. It's the same overworld, but it's different dungeons, different story.
But how
Gotcha.
about that archery training Zelda game? Huh? What was that one?
Oh yeah, Link's
Yeah,
crossbow
crossbow
training,
Oh
training.
man,
legit.
they need to have fucking Link's bomb throwing training before crossbow, because I could never get those fucking bombs to work. When you had to do King Dodongo, I was like, "Fuck this, I quit." Or like the pine cone head that turned in Ages. I remember I was at my grandma's house for like Christmas, and I gave my Game Boy to my older cousin. I was like, "Can you beat this for me? Because I can't." And he couldn't beat it either. And like when I got older, I was like, "This is so fucking easy." But I remember like it took me years to beat that stupid boss. Oh man,
Oh,
just
God.
to get Rock's feather. Oh, sorry, I'm getting heated up over here, but oh god.
I think we can all agree that the best Zelda games are the ones for the CDI. Wand of Gamelon and Link's something or other. Those horrible animated.
Oh man.
Oh, just look up videos.
Yeah, the old like 80s
Yeah.
or 90s cartoon of
Yeah,
those were bad.
it's madness.
Yeah, you're starting to lose me there. Shall we move on to
Yeah,
what we're looking forward to here?
to some movies.
Well, let's talk about some
Oh, were we
movies.
gonna talk
quick.
about movies?
Yeah,
what's
what are we
okay?
watching?
Well,
Haven't seen Manchester by the Sea. Haven't seen
I did see
the
that
new
one.
Harry Potter, Fantastic Beasts, Where to Find Them. Haven't seen Rogue
Oh, I
One,
missed
so
that.
You haven't seen Rogue
What?
One?
no.
yet?
yeah, I'm not
I-
gonna talk too much about the.
No.
Whoa, hold on.
on. I know.
Oh, it's good.
I'm waiting for
It's
it to
good.
come out so I can pirate it. Legally.
I'll
of
say this
course.
about Rogue One.
This is
Yeah.
not self-incriminating.
Warriors
I've got a
podcast
twin
is
brother.
Support
Yeah,
his decisions to pirate.
yeah, to pirate this podcast. No, I will say this about Rogue One. It's like the characters aren't quite as there. You know, you're not. I mean, after by the end of the movie, you start to feel for them a little bit, but you know they're not as like immediately lovable as you're sort of used to with Star Wars
yeah,
characters.
I mean, because it's their first go at the Star
Yeah.
Wars Star Wars story, and they're not
Yeah.
live action characters.
But
that
I mean,
we've
like-
known, we've seen, and we've loved. Force
Yeah.
Awakens was
But I
nice
mean, like,
because
in-
we got to have familiar faces, pop up throughout.
But the new faces won us over in their own right. I mean, like, right
Yeah, no,
away,
right,
I
no.
mean, you could feel for Finn when he takes
Yeah.
off that helmet. Right away with Rey's intro, you know who she is and, like, what she wants. And it just kind of gives... It takes more time for these characters to sort of breathe a little bit. I think their intros are a little muddled. It's fast. The beginning of the movie is very fast. It's very fast-paced and, like, jumping around about, like, who we're meeting, what they're doing. But it's really more about the conflict between the Empire and the Rebels, and that is really, really cool to see, like, the means that both sides use, and also, like, it kind of paints the Rebels in a little bit of a darker light, which is interesting because there's different factions and bands. Like, one of the main characters that we're introduced to, and don't worry, this is like 10 minutes in the movie, but we're introduced to him, like, he kills a guy, like, right away. Like, a guy that was just giving him information. They were trying to escape, and he, like, couldn't climb a thing, so he just shoots him. And it's like, oh, that is not, like, I mean, I guess that's kind of how we met Han Solo, too, so maybe I'll take that.
I just appreciated like how
But-
it was
Yeah,
one
Greedo.
complete star. I liked how it was one complete story. You know what I
Me
mean?
too.
Like,
And I like how it had a beginning and an end.
just like in between
I
the Force Awakens and whatever kind of the next one is. I just liked how they kind of put a cap.
That's
on
the thing. Everybody's talking about how... Well, first, before I get into that, I will just say I also think the battle scene at the end is, like, by far the best shot Star Wars battle. It's fantastic. But everybody's, like, talking about with now Disney doing Star Wars, and they're saying we're going to do a Star Wars movie every single year. Everybody's up in arms. They're going to be like, oh, it's going to be like the Marvel movies, and
really
it's just going to
will
be
be.
oversaturated.
I mean,
But here's the thing. I'm okay with a Rogue One movie, a Han Solo movie, a
Boba Fett.
like Obi-Wan Kenobi backstory.
as long as they aren't
I'm
doing
fine with
the
that.
Star Wars actual.
As long as I don't need to watch those movies to watch the numbered
Yeah.
films.
That's
I don't want to have to
fair.
watch, and I don't want to have to watch those 3 movies in order to be able to understand Episode 8. And from what it seems like, it doesn't, like, I don't think they're going to be making any films
No, 'cause they're-
in that
They're their
timeline
own.
yet.
They're their own
which
thing. Which is awesome.
yeah, which
They're
I am
anthologies.
all about. Yeah. By the way, my, like, dream anthology movie is just they remake like Yojimbo or A Fistful of Dollars, but it's just Obi-Wan Kenobi in Tatooine. Like, he goes to a town
God.
and there's 2 rival gangs just messing up the town, and he wants to bring peace to the town. He's playing both sides, and he's trying to figure out how he can, like, fight for the town without making everybody realize he's a Jedi. And they could even have Ewan McGregor do it. It'd be
I
fantastic.
want like a Waiting for Godot.
Who's the best part of those prequels?
I want Waiting for Godot, but it's Obi-Wan and Yoda.
Oh my god! Or just Yoda by himself, just going crazy.
And it's just and they're waiting.
He's-
They're waiting for some other head of the console or
For
council.
Luke.
Yeah, waiting.
You just call it waiting for Luke.
Yeah, waiting for Luke, and it's Obi-Wan and Yoda
Waiting
just,
for Skywalker.
just chilling at like fucking the cantina,
Yeah, no.
Mos Eisley.
Yeah, no.
like
It takes place in
spaceport.
between. No, it should take place in between 4 and 5. And it's just Yoda and Obi-Wan's Force Ghost just hanging out in the swamp.
Oh god,
Obi-Wan like, you gonna fuck with him when he gets here, and Yoda's like, you're damn right.
I don't know. Okay, this is
Gonna make him think I'm
I
some.
hate talking about memes in person because it's never funny. But I saw this one the other day that was
No, they're not.
It was like Yoda or something. He was like, we heard you were slaying younglings, and he's like, it's a picture of Anakin just pounding Yingling beer, and I thought it was clever.
Nice.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, you're right.
me.
Not as funny.
Go fuck yourself.
Um,
All right. Hey, you want to hear a joke? Knock, knock.
No.
Go
what?
fuck yourself.
What?
What?
Not
Knock,
the
knock.
appropriate
What?
response.
Oh
Fuck
God!
you.
What do I do?
Who's there, Baskin?
Right. Wait, was that not the knock knock joke? Was the go fuck yourself?
Yeah, it was the go fuck yourself. You want to go fuck yourself again? You can. Feel free. I'm gonna.
Campy must be
I'm
in a
gonna
hole
keep
right now
drinking.
because that just went right over his
I'll
head.
be right back. I gotta go.
We'll just edit this out, please, for the love of God.
It's staying in.
Everything's in. Everything's
That's
always in.
what she said.
Says the dude who's not even editing the podcast, at least as far as he knows. I saw John Wick 2
Oh, yeah?
last weekend.
I haven't seen the first.
It's so good.
I haven't either.
Oh my god, you need to. If you're a fan of action movies, the thing that John Wick and John Wick 2 do so
Killing
well
dogs.
is that. No, don't get me started.
Sorry,
No.
I shouldn't be the one to
They just
speak. Oh,
Oh yeah.
they're focused so much more on choreography and practical effects mixed with. Yeah, I mean, there's some CGI here and there, but like they're so focused on choreography. They want you to see the action. They want you to be amazed. They don't want you to be like on the edge of your seat. They want you to see Keanu Reeves walking around and like headshotting 6 dudes and being like, "Fuck yeah!"
Rad.
I think the first one was just made by, or at least I think the idea was by a bunch of stunt choreographers, and they just wanted to make a movie where they could just do a bunch of cool shit.
Yeah, it was.
And
it was,
so-
yeah, yep, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a lot of long shots, like you know what's going on in an action
Sorry, I'm
sequence, and oh my god, it's fantastic.
Oh, I'm the only one drinking hard liquor over here.
Yep, I wish I was there with you, man.
Christ, I'm halfway through this jar already.
Ooh.
I wish I was drinking.
Dude, I'm fun employed. I got nothing to wake up for tomorrow except to give my dog his pills.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I just had to drive sandwiches around for a little bit. So
You're the real hero.
Jeez.
Freaking fast.
right, yeah. So John Wick 2, fantastic. I would say it's. I think it's actually better than the first. It's so good, and they actually like they set up this really weird, like fun, like underworld of like assassins that is just like throughout like the entire world. Like I guess they're just everywhere, but it's and like they do a really good job of like setting up the rules of this like assassins guild and like can't remember what it's called, but like
The government?
it's no,
John Wick 3.
it's really really cool though.
You know what they should make?
it's really good.
Speaking of Keanu Reeves movies and sequels, they should make a Constantine 2.
Oh,
Are you
no?
What? You guys didn't like
Oh my god,
Constantine?
Constantine was so bad.
Are you fucking kidding
No,
me?
not at all.
Dude, fuck you. Constantine was good.
That was the moment where Bauska lost all credibility.
Well, fuck you. You knew
I'm just-
you knew
I'm
that I
just
love
kidding.
Nick Cage movies. If you didn't see that one coming, dude, Constantine is like it's one of my dad's, like, he loves that movie. Dogma, A Knight's
Okay,
Nice.
Dogma's.
A
I like
Knight's
Dogma.
Tale. Like those three
Oh,
movies.
Knight's Tale's great.
He watches those three movies on repeat. That's the only thing he ever fucking watches. And whenever he talks about Dogma, he's like, "Put on that Credo movie." I'm like, you could just call it Dogma, like it's an inside joke at this point. But I can't believe you didn't like
Yeah.
Constantine. Really? What's wrong with Constantine?
I mean,
Besides Shia LaBeouf.
I like. Right. Dogma's pretty
Dogma
sweet.
is not
it
in
shouldn't work,
question.
right? I mean,
No, that was what
It's
what is
dodging
your
the
beef
shit.
with Constantine?
it shouldn't work because the movie is basically Jay and Silent Bob meet God,
What? You're talking about Dogma
but
again.
somehow it works.
Okay.
God damn
Okay,
it! Talk
Kellyanne
about
Conway,
Constantine.
let's.
Oh, and the purple drops at just the perfect
Oh,
time.
good. There you go. That's he can't even
Oh,
defend his
no,
argument
I
because
dropped.
Constantine is so good. There you have it, folks.
I dropped the chat.
He
Oops.
left.
Oh my
Thomas
God.
left just so he could go watch Constantine.
All you guys all cut out at the same time. so I just
that's what
missed.
happens when
Yeah.
you drop.
You go and watch Constantine. That's what death is you go to hell and watch
when you
Constantine
say
nonstop.
everybody
I believe
just
it.
left at the same time. That means you dropped.
Yeah, I know, Bowska. I know.
It's happened to me 6 times so far. I should know.
That's just the most experienced lever. Yeah.
So since we're gonna
making me wanna
keep
drink right
avoid
now,
talking
man.
about
Should.
Constantine,
That's.
I saw.
I-
Sorry, Dylan.
saw
I can't hear you. Talk.
Table it, boys. Table it.
Trying to table the time. Constantine can wait.
Oh, sorry.
I
I,
wish the
I
mic
need to
back
fucking
up.
pump the brakes here. I'm sorry.
You need a glass of water and a slice of bread.
Mr. Moonshine.
Drunk words, sober thoughts.
was my-
Remember?
That's right. That's a segment for next
Yeah,
time.
next
Yep.
time. Don't worry. I'll be there. I'll be the drunk words. You guys can be the sober thoughts. That's fine. I'm okay with it.
No, I recently saw Split.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Have you guys seen that yet?
I haven't. I have a. Well, okay. I don't want to say I have a beef with it, but
See, is it a sober beef or a drunk beef?
no, it's a
Very
sober
important.
beef. I
It's both.
feel like I mean, I don't know. I've really been like, for whatever reason this past year I've just been battling anxiety real bad. And so when I hear fucking
dude.
like exploiting, multiple personality disorder, I hate like politically correct people. But that just sort of rubs me in a weird way. Not necessarily bad, but I don't know how well received it's going to be because I feel like we're in a fucking era of snowflakes and people are going to get pissed at anything. But
I don't know, man. Having seen
Hey, the
it,
only snowflakes are Trump voters.
having seen it. Whoa, tabling that one.
Table.
Put 'em-
we'll come back.
Guys, no, that's
to
what we're
that
supposed to
one.
call them now.
We're gonna put a wall.
Yeah,
of
that's
That's
what
what we're supposed to call them now.
Oh Jesus Christ! Having seen the movie,
Yeah, okay.
God.
Tell me,
Yeah, tell him we're drowning.
Thomas, you can put a pin in that.
Sorry,
movie
Dylan.
of the year.
Did you get so distracted by my really witty, smart political commentary?
No, you God.
If I wanted to listen to that, I'd listen
Yeah,
to
that was a
Wolf
difficult-
Blitzer. Come on.
In response to Bauska's worry.
No. Okay, I don't
I-
want to say worry, but I just want to bring
No,
it to
but I
attention
just- no,
that
no.
it's
Yeah, no.
highly politically, like, people are talking about it because it's not put in a good light. So, change my opinion.
Well, that's other people's issue. That's their own fault for having the issue.
changed
that's
my
just
opinion.
they want to live in a
What
fucking
did you think
snowflake. So
about
let them
it?
live
Not
in a
gonna win a
fucking
lot of
snowflake.
friends that way.
We can appreciate a movie for a movie and what it's trying to, and just kind of for the entertainment of the fact. The movie, in my mind, doesn't
Well, is
put
it-
a bad light on multiple personality disorder. I mean, yes, he is evil and he kidnaps these girls. Blah blah blah. This isn't giving too much away. That's in the trailer,
Yeah, it's
obviously.
fine, whatever.
Like he's kidnapped these girls because he has this multiple personality, and they're trying to figure out how to get out.
I'm honestly.
Okay.
It's more.
okay. I didn't want to say I had a beef with it. That was a bad way of putting it because, frankly, I don't care.
Well, we don't even have to talk about that. I just want to talk about just the enjoyment factor of the movie. I don't even want to get into the
if you want
the social,
if you
Okay,
want
Dylan.
political.
socially questionable multiple personality disorder, what about that episode of South Park where the Asian guy turns out to be a white guy with multiple personality disorder?
Oh, that is. I've totally forgot about that.
That is one of the best episodes. See, I can't even argue against
Yeah.
Split because I think that's one of my favorite episodes of South Park. I don't.
Oh,
But
I'm honestly
but
just
guys,
interested
the most
to
important
see him as
question.
an actor, like he's able to play.
right.
No, exactly. I mean, he is. It's 8 characters that he's playing.
That's insane. That's like
and
fucking Medea
they are
goes to
all-
prison insane.
They are all
Guys.
unique.
Guys,
Oh my god!
Medea goes to prison.
Oh, Jesus.
Guys, most important question:
Hit me.
is it better than Me, Myself, and Irene?
Yes.
Nothing is. Nothing is.
Oh, I
It's
don't-
impossible.
What about Norbit?
The best
What
movie
about Norbit?
about split personalities. Norbit.
When she
Nor-
comes down
that-
the slide, the water
that-
slide, I pissed myself first time I watched it.
Oh, that film is is masterful.
Oh, Christ almighty.
Okay.
Um,
Oh. what's-
anybody else watching any good movies or watching any good
I
TV
saw
lately?
Manchester by the Sea.
How was it? Casey Affleck.
God, I wanna
I
see
heard
that.
his acceptance speech was just ripping people apart for giving him bad reviews in the past.
Oh God!
Nice.
Well,
That was
I
that was for the
See-
Film Academy, whatever.
Yeah,
But yeah.
I didn't see that, but I enjoyed the movie. I mean, it could be just that like I also have been battling some anxiety, so I just like really needed the catharsis movie. You know what I mean? Like just
Yeah.
the general human
Yeah.
struggle. With just the ending that makes
Yeah.
you feel lighter, and that's what it gave me. And also like great dialogue. I don't know. That's one thing I noticed is
Well, that's the thing. I was
it didn't
gonna.
sound righty.
I was gonna say I'm a huge Kenneth Lonergan nerd. Like I love his plays. I mean, fucking half my audition monologues are Kenneth Lonergan monologues. So I've been wanting to see this for a while. For those of you who don't know, Kenneth Lonergan, he's a playwright as well as a film writer and director. He wrote like This Is Our Youth, Lobby Hero. He's like a less like he's like if Neil LaBute didn't write plays that were like meant to be like acting one scenes. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Get on the
LaBute.
Get in the rib.
You know what? Well, I mean, let's think. LaBute's plays are just like I mean, it's like they're all like 8 sets and like they're all like every LaBute play is like, hey, so I just thought we could start to have an argument about our relationship now.
Sound like my girlfriend.
I have this really strong objective, and like I mean, it's just like the basic. It's like the most basic. I mean, his dialogue is fine, but
Well, go watch Manchester.
yeah, this is
by the
where
Sea.
I
It's worth
start my
watching.
LaBute war, I guess. I'm sure.
This is when we get a bunch of
I'm
emails
sure.
that say Neil LaBute is one of the most influential writers.
Mitch implying that we're gonna get
Well,
emails.
if one in 4,
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say if 1 in 4 of our podcast listeners are fans of Neil LaBute, we'll get 1 email.
Don't worry, I'll make
So-
a bunch of fake accounts and send in a lot of questions and comments.
Honestly, if anybody listening
that'd
has
be fantastic.
any sort of take on anything we've been talking about tonight, let us know. What's our email for this, Dylan?
We just made it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what's
just-
the email in case anybody
What's
wants to
the
send us
email?
emails?
Do it up. Yeah.
The
Anybody.
it's North Shore Warriors 42@gmail.com.
Now-
What
Hit
was
us
that? What was
up.
that email?
That email again was North Shore Warriors 42@gmail.com.
Dylan, does that-
Can you spell it out for us?
Oh Jesus! Does that number happen to come from your Xbox alias DatDillybar42?
Oh,
Or the older one, G Rocker.
G Rocker 42.
oh, G Rocker
Yo, tell me what that
42.
G stands for. Tell me what that G stood for in sixth grade.
I think the most important question was the North Shore Warriors at gmail.com already taken?
Yes, it was actually. It was.
Well,
So you
All
could
right.
have made
all
the
right,
O
we gotta
like a
get
zero or something.
we gotta get a copyright and a trademark
I'm trademarking
right now.
Guitar Rocker 42. That's all I'm saying.
Guitar.
Hey, it can't be as embarrassing as Murderface 64, okay?
Dude, Lil Poppy.
You
Dude,
guys,
I didn't even make that
Lil
one.
Poppy.
And the O's are zeros. That's why nobody can ever fucking find me.
my first gamer tag.
That's because you're elite,
my first
Bowska.
gamer tag was E-Man50, and I thought that was cool.
Hey, you want to know what my AOL Instant Messenger, like AOL online
Yes.
name was?
Yeah.
Yes.
Candyman 2011 ZSB.
Ooh, you are on a government
Nice.
list somewhere.
because
Yes, you
Candyman,
are.
if you recall the album Aquarium by Aqua way back, the ones that did Barbie Girl.
Oh.
Yeah, they had a song that was like, "Oh, I am the Candy Man," and that was like my favorite song back in the '90s. Only in the later thousands did I realize that people probably thought I was an online predator back in the early day.
Well, luckily AOL is entirely irrelevant. so.
I deleted my MySpace
One
last
of-
year.
one
It was
of,
a very liberating feeling.
I'll have to see if mine still exists. It has to. I haven't done anything with it.
Oh, speaking of MySpace, we got to get our MySpace page up.
Oh
Pressure
yeah.
Warriors on MySpace.
Dude, we're not a band.
Yeah. Follow us at myspace.com.
Holy shit, MySpace still
Yeah,
exists?
one of my screen names was.
Dude, they sold it like a couple of years ago for
Yeah.
quite a few $1 million.
Holy shit.
Yeah, apparently they revamped it. Apparently it looks a little like sleek now, but nobody uses it.
Well, it's
so.
mostly for like musicians and bands, I think.
Bands and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That explains
eh,
it.
Who knows?
No, one of my favorites that I use sparingly is Medal of Hodor.
Oh yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah. Except for I can't use it now because somebody like took that and like turned it into a meme.
Oh.
So like it's just like Hodor's face on a copy of Medal of Honor. So now there's a ton of people, and I can't like I've got a few accounts where that's like it's just Medal of Hodor. Like my Minecraft account is Medal of Hodor. Some other ones that I'm not gonna say just so you can't look up information. No, it's all just me ranting about the Vikings. But yeah, I've got a couple of those where it's just that with no letters, and I'm really proud of it.
Oh, well, hey, it's a good pun.
Really, really proud of it.
It's almost as good as Sinful Apple by Angry Orchard. Sinful spelt like cinnamon.
Nice.
Angry Orchard, if you're listening, send
What's
me
it a
free
pun for?
booze.
Simple asshole?
Yeah. Sinful. Oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that goes for all the breweries that I mentioned by name tonight.
I mean,
No, they already give me free booze anyways because I'm like their local alcoholic.
we're not going to get a Kettle One sponsorship anytime soon, that's for sure.
Guys, it's a really depressing day when you realize that you're Norm from Cheers.
Oh, no, that's good. Dude, I want to go where everybody knows
Like
my
you walk
name.
into a
Are
bar and
you
everybody's
kidding?
like, Norm!
Oh, that's awesome. I remember one time I was walking down the halls at UMD and one of the cashiers at my favorite liquor store like noticed me and was like, "Hey, what's up, dude?" And I was like, I don't know if I should be proud or depressed or what, but I think ultimately I got a sense
Little
of
column A,
pride
little
out of
column
that
B.
one.
There-
Yeah, little column A, little column B.
Yeah, those feelings aren't mutually
There
exclusive.
are two pizza places
You can
out
feel-
here that when I walk in the door, they start like yelling my order to the kitchen.
Oh,
Awesome.
yes.
Yeah, that's
That's a good feeling.
that's Tibet Kitchen for me.
The only place I've ever had like
That pad thai.
a regular order was the coffee shop at UMD. There was apparently I was known as Chai Guy because I came in and got a chai latte every day with my dining dollars. So yeah,
Attaboy.
that's the only time I've ever had a regular experience, but I'd like to. I'd like to think Domino's probably knows my order by now, seeing as I've scammed them out of pizzas for 4 years.
Oh god, that the Domino's by the First Avenue apartment in Minneapolis. The drivers started like recognizing me. I got so many points at Domino's. Like literally,
That's because they gave you that ridiculous
right,
coupon.
yeah, but this
That
one guy,
coupon-
he would come up and
Oh my god, it was
all
the
he did
best
like, wear
fucking
a
thing in the world.
camouflage hat, like ball cap, out to the door one day, and he started talking.
Like the one in your picture right now on your camera?
That exact one, in fact, yes. And that is in that apartment, actually,
Oh.
in that room. But I went out there and he started chatting with me about like hunting and fishing and stuff. I told him I was going on a trip, and then like 3 weeks later, I had gone through a couple guys because I had, of course, ordered more pizza. But he went back and he's like, "Hey, how was that fishing trip that how many weeks ago?" And I was here's your tip. Goodbye.
Yeah, no. Let me just give you that the inside scoop from the delivery guy perspective.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just tell you this, guys, right now. If you order once every like 3 weeks, we remember you.
Ooh.
And oh god, yeah. Well, because you're driving to the place,
Right.
right? And especially if you're a delivery person, you're waiting for something to pop up. So if you're like having a shady day and all of a sudden something pops up, you're like, "Fuck yeah, get me out of here." You go back there, you remember that. But then also, like, if you talk to the person, like, I also remember that because most people just like shut the door give you your cash and leave.
I'm just kidding. But I actually really liked chatting with the guy. He was a cool guy.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I'm just saying. Yeah, like it's
Cool.
we remember you.
So you're not spitting in my
We
pizza.
remember your tips.
The
We
coolest
really
thing
remember your tips.
I've ever seen a delivery driver do was one of the Domino's drivers not too long ago. Actually, when they heard Dexter barking, because my dog barks obsessively when he hears a door close outside, like a car door slam or whatever, he just goes fucking nuts. And we went to get the pizza, and this driver was like, "Oh my god, do you have a dog?" And I was like, "Yeah, we have a German Shepherd named Dexter. He's really sweet." And she's like, "Oh, can I give him a dog treat?" And I was like, "Absolutely." And like, he came out, and
that's a good idea. I should start packing dog
you
treats.
should. Like, I mean, I gave her
that's a great
an extra
idea.
tip, like on top of what I was like. I ran back inside. I was like, "Anna, do you have like another $2?" Like, I mean, okay, $2 isn't a big tip, obviously. But
Well, on top of
like,
whatever.
I was
On top of something, it's like
right. I was just like, "Hey, here's a little extra. Like, my dog loves you. Feel free to stop by whenever." Like delivering wise, like not just fucking.
Anytime.
Like, hey, here's $2. You got my card.
yeah. I once helped a guy. I delivered to a guy who was dog sitting, and the dog just bolted out of the door the second he opened it. So I spent 15 minutes helping him track the dog down. Yeah, it was fine. It was a slow day. When I got back, like, our area manager was there, and he's like, "What took you so long?" I was like, "Oh, I had a guy's dog ran out the door, so I ran around the block and helped him get it."
Use that
and,
excuse.
he's like, "Oh yeah,
that
that happened to me like 3 times."
Just like go fucking take
Fucking
a nap
right.
and then be like, "What happened to you?" "Oh, dude, this guy's dog again." Oh, every time.
No, the unspoken excuse for every driver who's out for more than like 25 minutes on like one delivery. Everybody just says, "I had to get gas," and then everybody just knows to not ask questions.
Oh, nice. I like that.
So you're like a mafia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to get
I
gas.
like it.
Like, oh man, like back when I was still smoking, and I would smoke spirits, so those would be like 15 minutes. I would like pull into an alley. Because I also didn't want. I mean, I was a huge tweak. I didn't want anybody to call into like the Jimmy John's and be like, "Your driver is smoking on my front like my front lawn," and yeah. So I would just I would have like most of my times are like under 17 minutes, and then I'd just have one in the middle of the day that was like 27 minutes. I was like, well, I had to get gas.
My brother-in-law's brother, back when the three of us really got into cigars, like really big. He's a cop, and I won't say what city, but he would like pull over in like in the middle of the night during his night shift and smoke a cigar for like an hour and a half, like in a random empty parking lot. And he was
That's
like,
fantastic.
"Yeah, I smoked this cigar last night. I really I was getting these notes from it, and like this sort of flavor, and blah blah blah. It was a tight draw or whatever." And I was like, "When do you have the time to do this?" He was like, "I just fucking pull over when I'm in the middle of my shift when it's really slow or something." I'm like, "Shouldn't you be busting meth heads right now or something?" Like, it's great. I want a job where I can do that.
Was that in Sheffield?
That was.
I'm not going to say what city.
We have been talking
Oh,
about
you're right,
delivery for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
yeah,
off
you know.
topic. We are.
I thought the whole point of this was friends having a conversation,
we're
Dylan.
nowhere
Yeah.
close
Sorry,
to where
Mr.
we need
Should
to
we
be.
Podcast
talk
Nazi
about
over
what's on
here.
tap here, boys?
What is on tap? Like,
Yeah, you want
on
to transition to what's on tap?
Yeah,
What's on
what's everyone got coming up for this week? I mean, what are we anything that we're playing or got
Things that
something
we're looking
that's,
forward to. And
like just in this next week coming up here?
Let's see.
Ghost Recon Wildlands is dropping
saw
this
you playing
week.
that.
you
beta.
you have been playing the beta, right?
Yeah, I started the beta for that. It's super pretty. This is my first actual Ghost Recon game. Never played a Ghost Recon game
Is
before.
that Tom Clancy?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Tom Clancy.
Okay.
I didn't play the Division. I know.
I know.
Purple.
Yeah,
You and
Perp,
Hampy
you did
played
a
that
lot.
a bit.
Yeah, I tried, and then
Yeah.
everybody quit.
that game was fun for like 3 weeks. Yeah,
Yeah, Hampy.
it
Yeah,
just kind of got stale after a while. It was
Yeah,
really
great
good,
time,
Which is
man.
how I
for
feel-
a while.
Story of my life.
which is what I feel is going to happen with Wildlands too. I mean, it's a super cool open world, jungle-y feel. The beta, I mean, it's a beta, so they can't give you everything, but it's literally you drive the same fucking road 10 times for one mission, and it's like, oh god, these
Yeah.
turns again, and the car handling isn't super great, the driving mechanic. I mean, it's fine, it's serviceable. It's not like Forza or
Right.
Burnout Paradise. Did you guys ever play that game? The driving in that game was fantastic.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I mean, it's super pretty. I think it has potential to be a super fun co-op-y open world game. Am I going to buy it? Probably not, because I have so many other games that I have to actually finish playing, and $120 that I've already pre-spent on Andromeda and Destiny
yeah.
2. But that's beside the point.
Andromeda. I'm excited for
I've
Andromeda.
heard pretty decent things about that. I've never played a Mass Effect game.
Well,
Oh,
and
you
I
should.
think this
You
would be a
should
good one
play the whole
to.
series.
This would be a good one to just kind of jump into. I think Bauska.
Andromeda will be by
Yeah,
itself.
because you don't need to know.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
because
it's
it's a new
brand new
story,
story.
but
Oh,
you should
I mean, you should
definitely
play the
play
old
know.
ones.
the other
I
But
Mass
this is a
didn't know
Effect
it was
brand
going
new
to be a
games.
new story. So good. I thought about buying Mass Effect 2 and 3 at GameStop one time because they were like $10 each, but couldn't pull the trigger.
You could. I mean, one is still a great game, but you could skip one. I'd still
would
say
play
play
it,
it. Yeah,
And
but
just to get
it's a
get
little,
the for those of us that have played Mass Effect 2, just so he can
intro.
understand and feel the opening of Mass
Yeah.
Effect 2.
he needs to know the story of the shepherd.
Yeah, and so
Um,
he can feel the opening of Mass Effect 2.
Yeah,
I'll
I will
feel
say
your
one is a little bit more RPG than the other two games. The other two games kind of turn into action games. One is really deep RPG, you're setting. I mean, you set your stats in all of them, but you're deciding you're choosing between weapons that are pretty much the same, and you're getting gear and grinding out levels and
Sure.
yeah, no, but it's real good, real good.
So yeah, Andromeda, Destiny 2, whenever that drops. Hopefully E3 will have some. I'm hoping Bungie will be there through Microsoft to talk about
Is
Destiny 2.
is wait. Is Bungie behind Andromeda?
No, Destiny.
No, I'm sorry. I moved on to Destiny.
No,
2.
that's
right.
BioWare.
That's
Okay, sorry,
BioWare.
sorry.
Is Mass
Yeah, I have
Effect.
high hopes for
Okay.
Destiny
No,
2,
it's
man.
alright.
I think the way the game developed over its lifespan here is pretty significant. I'm looking forward to the second one. I think they learned a lot.
Oh, yeah, and how many hours did we say you had logged into Destiny
I'm
1
not,
Happy?
I'm not saying a word.
What was
I'm
the
not
final
saying a
count?
word.
100 and 200?
Days
Were we
and
at
days
200?
and days.
Yeah, it was a lot of days.
Yeah,
I'm so Hampy, you're the correct me if I'm wrong, you guys, but Hampy's the only one with the PS4, right?
Yeah, I want to.
Yeah, I keep meaning to think. I keep wanting to get one. You
That's
should get
what I was
Horizon
thinking.
Zero
I was just
Dawn.
about to
Talk
ask,
to me about it
are you
because I've
gonna-
heard
how
so
do you think
good.
about
I've been
Horizon.
hearing great things about it. Yeah, honestly, I picked up the PS4 on impulse. I got through The Last of Us. So great.
$400 impulse buy.
Right,
That's,
exactly.
That's doing it like a champ.
Right. But what finally, I've been looking for a title to play in the PlayStation again, and this is definitely the one, man. I mean, it just looks great, and I've been hearing nothing but good news about it. So, they send out a bunch of copies to, games people, so there's a lot of stuff out there.
Yeah,
In fact,
and
reviews
there's
are
a lot
even
of
better
good stuff out there.
So
Wow.
a lot of good work.
Yeah.
Well, that's. I mean, it drops this upcoming week
Yeah,
here.
it's I think it might be
Yeah.
tomorrow. Maybe I'm
Damn.
wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is tomorrow.
Tuesday,
Oh,
yeah.
Or
shit.
Tuesday. Yeah.
So I'll probably hop on that train. Other than that, I think I wanna
yeah.
get through Dark Souls 3, my new game plus. My first, like I said, it's my first time playing Dark Souls, so I just accidentally missed a bunch of NPC stuff. So I've been trying to, now that I know how to approach the game, I've been getting through a lot more of that. So that's a lot of fun. Still slightly addicted to For Honor though, so I'm going to be playing a bunch of that.
Good game.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll be playing that. Probably some Battlefield
Oh,
1.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
Get into that.
I will be.
I don't know. I know I really hyped this up a long time ago, probably last year. I don't know if anybody got around to playing it, but anybody ever play Unravel
No,
after
I
it
didn't.
came out?
No, but I remember
No.
you talking about that.
What it was absolutely just a beautifully stunning game. Like it's super simple, but I remember when it came out in E3 2015. The guys that made it, it was like some Swedish guys. They had a translator, and they actually had like Yarny, the little character from it. The guy was telling us how it was like it was just like a children's story. It started out, and then they sort of built the game off that. But like a personal children's story, like one this guy just made up for his kid. But if you've got, it's like 10 levels long. Each level's maybe 20 minutes. Super simple, just like side-scrolling platformer, I guess, like puzzle solving, whatever. But I think last time I checked on the live marketplace, it was like $10-15. So if you really want to get like just, I'm pretty sure I cried at the end of it.
Sweet.
Damn.
I'm up for that.
It's really
Cool.
good. I can never I feel like I can never just speak high enough about this game because it was just, I feel like it just hit me so hard like a train. But
And I'm all
if you're just looking for like a quick fun game to play casually, like nothing that's gonna make Thomas swear, like he just fucking watched a Vikings game. Any of
pick
them
one.
last season, right?
Yeah. Anyone after the bye week.
But yeah, if you're just looking for a quick fun
Unravel is
puzzle
called?
solver, yeah, Unravel. It's I think last month they had it on Games with Gold as like a deal, not necessarily
Sure.
a free game, but they had it down to like $7, and I mean I think I bought it for like 15 anyways,
Right.
so whatever. It's a good pickup, just a good casual game to play in your free time.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm
Cool.
I need to finish OJ. Is something I gotta do.
OJ.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
episodes are so
Simpson.
great so far. I'm
Really
I'm like right
good.
at the halfway mark.
Yeah.
I've seen like 5 out of the 10 episodes, so loving that.
They are
So-
killing I mean, I know this has been out since March,
Yeah,
right? Or like last year.
Yeah, to 2016.
Yeah, yep. So far every time I look up a character like on like in real life, because I mean I think we were all pretty young for the OJ trial.
Yeah.
Oh, I had just
Yeah.
literally a year
Yeah,
old.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Every time I like look up the like Rob Shapiro, I'm like, because I remember when I was watching it, like I've been watching it the last like 2 days, and John Travolta, I was like, when he first came out, I was like, dude, that guy's a wreck. But when I looked up Rob Shapiro, he looks just like Rob Shapiro. And
Oh, yeah,
when I looked
I
up
did
David
all of them.
Schwimmer as Robert Kardashian,
As Rob Kardashian.
looks just like Robert Kardashian. I'm like, holy shit, they are killing it with the
I
casting.
freaking hate those Kardashian kids already though. I'm like, my
Oh,
Oh my god, dude.
thankfully they aren't featured too
Right.
much in the OJ
They're not
trials.
like a big part of the story.
But yeah, when OJ's got a spoiler, when OJ's got a gun to his head. Okay, spoiler on real events that happened fucking 20 years ago. When he's got a gun to his head in Kim Kardashian's room and Rob's in there, Bob Kardashian, whatever he goes by, and he's like, no, this is Kimmy's room. Like, you can't kill yourself in Kimmy's room. It took me a minute, and then I was like, oh, holy shit, that's Kim Kardashian. Like, and then I looked around and
That's Kim
and
Kardashian.
it was, like the posters and stuff. It was hilarious. Like all the tween posters they had up. But
Yeah.
great show.
Have you guys?
Cool.
Sorry, I want to go back to one more quick game. Have you guys heard about Typo Man?
No,
Typo
never
Man.
even-
Oh
No.
my god. It's called Typo Man. Literally, like, you make a typo on a computer and you're like, fuck, I have to go back and fix that. It's called Typo Man. So here's the description of it on Xbox.com. And I believe it just came out recently. It came out February 16th. So literally 10 to 11 days ago. So the description on Xbox.com is Typo Man is a 2D puzzle platformer. You slip into the role of a character your character's made of letters. And you're struggling to make your way through a dark and hostile world. Despite your small stature, you have a powerful gift. You can craft words to alter your environment. So essentially, you take letters and you build words to make things happen in the world. So you literally you type up and down to make mechanics move. You type lights, or you type on or off to make lights turn on. You type cover to shield yourself from something.
So wait. So this is
Very cool.
like the old school, like original '80s computer games when they came out, and it's like look left, and they tell you what it is. You know, when you look, like it's.
Is it text based? Is what you're saying?
Yeah, like
Is it that, or is it a platformer?
It looks like a
puzzle
platformer.
game.
It looks like
Sounds
it's
like a
got
puzzle
like
game to
a.
me.
It looks like a puzzle platformer. It's got a very similar art style to Limbo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
So-
exactly what it is.
very
It's a
cool.
2D platformer.
Okay, so tell
Um,
me, does it have specific commands you can only follow by, or is it like imagination, sort of like whoever's like controlling it? If they say, like, look up, then it'll like sort of interpret. You know how it's like it can sort of receive whatever different
looks-
commands.
I know what
It
you
looks
mean.
a
It's
little
not.
more
It's not.
restrictive.
It doesn't seem like it's a text-based adventure game.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah,
But it does look cool.
Typo Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you liked Unravel, Bauska, I think this is something you would really like.
Yeah, definitely.
I think this is something you seriously should look into. It's $12.99, just released. So if you can, I know, like you're fun employed right
Yeah,
now. So.
fun employed. Maybe after. I'll
But
look
it
into
won a bunch of foreign awards. 2015 nominee Best Indie Game, winner Best of Quo, Vedi, sponsored by Google, Gaming Trends Best of E3 2015 awards.
Wow,
I mean, it
no
won
kidding.
a shit ton of awards. So I would highly recommend. I haven't played it yet. I saw it when it was getting ready to be released on the Xbox store. It was like coming soon, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And I watched the video, and I was in, and I might actually be, as soon as we get done, purchasing that game. I
Well,
did not realize it was released.
Yeah, let me know.
Yeah, shit, I might have to get that.
What it entails. That sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah, I will for sure have to. And it's super dark, and the bosses look super fucking terrifying. Like, it looks really good.
Cool.
So highly recommended.
Sweet, man.
Sweet.
Just off of a first look. But yeah.
Well, any other
Cool. So we did.
any other what's on tap going on here? Coming up this week? Anybody?
I mean, the Wild come back from their bye week this
Oh,
week,
that's
so that'll be
true.
nice.
Okay.
He had to get his sports corner. in
Yeah,
there.
Sports Corner. Wild. They lost their last game, did they? 4-3.
Yeah, they didn't play very well until like the last period, the last half of the last period, and then they played their fucking minds off, and then they still lost
Yeah.
to the Cox.
Well, they are the Blackhawks.
Fucking Blackhawks.
So.
Oh well. I mean, they've been on a roll since December, so hopefully this bye week doesn't slow them down.
What? Yeah, I mean, we went for a 12, 14 game winning streak for a while there. Like
Yeah, 14 games, I think.
something like
Yeah,
that. Like,
and then we lost it to the. Yeah.
yeah, we're state of hockey. Like, whatever. I'm not worried. We're
It's great.
gonna win the Stanley. It's fine.
Hell yeah.
Logan's coming out March
Yeah, I was
9th.
waiting for
Logan
somebody to bring
is.
that up.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Man,
So that's gonna be good.
I watched that trailer, and I mean, I don't know. Like, me with superhero movies in the past year or two, I've just gotten so overloaded with them that I'm
sorry, March 3rd. I'm sorry, you guys.
everything's happening in March. March 3rd, March 8th. Nintendo Switch is March 8th, right?
Really?
something
That's
like
my
that, yeah.
birthday.
Yeah, it's coming out
Yeah.
super soon.
Yeah.
Well, you can't not
You're
buy
right.
it
So
now.
I'll let
on
you.
your
I'll give
birthday.
you guys the total, and you can just all kind of go in on it, right?
Sweet. Perfect.
Cool.
But I mean, like the past year or so, I've been so saturated with superhero movies that I'm just so done with it. Deadpool was really refreshing
was good,
because
yeah.
it was like an anti-hero, and I
Yeah.
mean, it was finally a good break from the norm. Suicide Squad, I heard tonight, actually won a Oscar for something.
What?
Really?
Bad things.
Yeah, I
Really?
know.
For best makeup.
It was something stupid.
I've heard it's not that great. Hey,
Oh,
hey,
sorry.
makeup's
sorry.
important.
Makeup and all tech theater is just as important as acting.
True that.
Anyways, no, but I've been so saturated with, like superhero movies that I just can't watch them anymore. I haven't seen any of the Captain Americas. I haven't seen the second Avengers. Like, I really fell off in the last year or two because it's just so overplayed. And,
Yeah, there's just too much.
yeah, but that being said, when I watched the Logan trailer the other day, I got like goosebumps, I got shivers, like frisson, the whole 9 yards, and it was really refreshing. So hopefully this movie really knocks it out of the park.
Is best makeup winner.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, and I guess Logan's being really well reviewed, which is
Yeah,
nice.
I mean, it's nice that
And-
that character for like a final movie with Hugh Jackman got like it's rated R, so there's no holding back with it. They can take the
Finally,
character where he needs
thank
to go,
God.
especially for the comic that it's based off of.
yeah,
Super dark.
Yeah.
yeah, and
Well, I mean, has not
You know,
based off, but like pulls elements from.
yeah, yeah, it looks solid. It's also Patrick Stewart's last X-Men movie, and Hugh Jackman's last X-Men movie. So hopefully it should
End of
be
an era.
pretty solid.
Yeah.
Yes, and with that end of the era, shall we wrap
Should we
up
wrap it up?
our
Yeah.
inaugural
Our era.
North Shore Warrior podcast
That was fun.
episode?
All right.
Yeah,
it was
That's some good time, bros.
that was. So we got what we got.
If
Yeah.
anyone's listening, thanks for
Cool.
joining.
All right. Well.
Thanks for
Yeah.
joining.
I think I'm gonna
last
hop on
2
Battlefield
hours.
actually, if anybody wants to.
I might go
Yeah.
finish up OJ. See, it was the episode where
Cool.
I don't want to spoil, but the glove doesn't fit.
Oh.
So
Oh.
we're gonna go see what happens with Cuba Gooding Jr. and that whole 9 yards. So,
Oh yeah.
awesome!
Very cool.
It was,
Yeah,
it was a great
I think
time,
I'm gonna hop on
boys.
Battlefield if anybody wants to
But
join
yeah,
me.
Indeed.
thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Good chat,
We
and,
will catch up next week, huh?
Yeah.
tune in next time.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Peace.
But yeah, thanks for listening, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
You guys, we did it. We recorded our first ever podcast.
Whole 9 yards, and it was really refreshing. So hopefully this movie really knocks it out of the park.
Is best makeup winner.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, and I guess Logan's being really well reviewed, which is
Yeah,
nice.
I mean, it's nice that
And-
that character for like a final movie with Hugh Jackman got like it's rated R, so there's no holding back with it. They can take the character
Finally,
where he needs to
thank
go,
God.
especially for the comic that it's based off of.
Yeah.
Super dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Well, I mean, has not
You know,
based off, but like pulls elements from.
yeah. Yeah, it looks solid. It's also Patrick Stewart's last X-Men movie, and Hugh Jackman's last X-Men movie. So hopefully it should
End of
be
an era.
pretty solid.
Yeah.
Yes, and with that end of the era, shall we wrap
Should we
up
wrap it up?
our
Yeah.
inaugural
Our era.
North Shore Warrior podcast
That was
episode?
All right.
Yeah,
it was
That's some good time, bros.
that was. So we got what we got.
If
Yeah.
anyone's listening, thanks for
Cool.
joining.
All right. Well.
Thanks for
Yeah.
joining.
I think I'm gonna hop on Battlefield
hours.
actually, if anybody wants to.
I might go
Yeah.
finish up OJ. See, it was the episode where
Cool.
I don't want to spoil, but the glove doesn't fit.
Oh.